Hey, what's good, chat? I still got a couple of things to do, but... Ugh. Hello, Twitch? Genshin Impact Prime Bundle? Wow! I don't care. I will, however, take the Destiny 2 stuff. Because even though I don't currently play Destiny 2, there's no reason not to, because I kind of wanted to go back to it, so... You know? Get the free stuff, and then I can come back and have way too much. I would be shocked if half of it just, like, isn't even going to be given to me anymore, because of, limitations of the, like, gift box. Because I know that has, a cap on it. And I'll just start deleting items. But I don't know if that stuff comes in through the gift box, so... Regardless, we're back! More Ace Attorney 3, Trials and Tribulations. And we got Trial Day. The first trial as well. First real trial, I should say. So there are 5 cases, it looks like. But one of them is like a flashback. So I don't actually know, but it's a very short one. But we do have quite an interesting selection of stuff going on here. But we got Trial Day 1, Investigation Day 2, and Trial Day 2 to get through. I don't know if we'll get through both or all of that in one day. We'll probably end up going through the trial and then investigation, and then we'll have Trial Run 2 for tomorrow, and then start up the investigation of the next case as well. But we'll see. So I have a couple other things to do very quickly. Oh my god. Swing on in there. Move things around on my desk a little bit. Ugh. My keyboard's so far away. Okay. Oh my god. My keyboard can be annoying from time to time. Okay, oops. Oh my god, keyboard! It's okay. Alright! I think we're all good with all of that stuff. I can't think of anything else I gotta do real quickly. Let me maybe like hop on Twitter for a moment and make like an actual real tweet, not the auto tweet, but I'm not gonna worry about that right now. So I think we're all good. As I mentioned somewhat briefly yesterday, right, I've been playing Dark Souls 1, especially the remaster, so I can 100% it. And it's an alright time, actually. I killed 3 of the 4 lords to get the Lord Souls, so it's going well. Still looking for the DLC. I've made a lot of progress on the achievements, actually, and obtained a lot of the stuff that I need. The only thing I don't currently have are a lot of the sorceries, because I don't have the intelligence requirement to actually purchase them from Logan and this little friend, so I think they require like 10 intelligence, but I'm playing a faith build, so I started cleric, which means I have 8 intelligence and not 10. So I don't meet the requirements, so I'll probably end up buying all of them on New Game Plus. Which is fine, because I think there might be some New Game Plus exclusive ones. I might be wrong on that, but... actually, I don't think there are. I think it's only Miracles that have a New Game Plus. Maybe Pyromancies? But... I know Pyromancies are also really annoying to do, because you have to, like, actually level up the flame a whole bunch. But New Game Plus makes that somewhat easy to do, because you have more souls that you can get everywhere you go. So, it's a lot easier to grind souls out. Plus, you don't need them as much, because you're in the first game, or in the first New Game Plus, you're kind of already at like a level where you're able to compete with the enemies for quite a while. Like the first half of the game, easily. Away from there, you can start worrying about leveling a little bit, but got most of the weapon stuff done. Still gotta get Priscilla's tail, which is very annoying. That's like the hardest one to get for the tail weapons, but I have to go through a New Game Plus as well in order to get everything, because there are 3 Sith weapons, and also because I did the Soul of Cinder, or the sword, or the Soul of Gwyn, I think for 2 things. You need it for a miracle, and I believe you can make his greatsword. I think that's the only 2 things he has. Is Sunlight Spear and then the sword, but still, that's a completely separate thing. I saw the Dragon Ball stuff. Unfortunate that there's no rollback, but all the updates look really cool. Like everyone got buffs. It's insane. Like they really just went and said, you know what? Screw it. Like everyone busted. If everyone is broken, then no one is broken. And there we are. It's also crazy that they gave hit Cybermen heavy. Like that's crazy. Anyways, let me go ahead and swap my monitor, and we can go ahead and get into it. Episode 2, The Stolen Turnabout, Part 2, Trial. The voicing is still all up in the air with this, I'm gonna be honest. Oh, I did not update. Oh my god, I did not update the sub goal. I need to do that really quickly. That is not how you spell that word. How have I had it up there for so long and I can't spell it? Oh my god, Google, how do I spell this? Okay, it's too humble. Okay. Commission is a weird word. Alright. Goal is 15, and we're currently there. And I'll just mark it for 12/31/21. I don't know. Try to get that new sub emote by the end of the year. Oh, nice. I gotta restart that. MD. I forgot that I can't use special characters with that stuff because of programming. We're all good down there. Alright, let's go in. I think I kind of vaguely know how I want Godot to sound. Everyone else, I don't know, man. It's hard. Alright, voice acting is hard. Cut me some slack. October 13th, 9:36 a.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 4. Hey, Nick. What is it? Is something wrong? Nah, but see all the people here? It's crazy. Oh, so check out the Mask to Mask Glossy I bought. You bought this? Where? From the little tents in front of the courthouse. They have all sorts of things for sale. You know, I'm a sucker for this kind of stuff. A shot of Mask the Mask striking a pose. Alright, so I had some theories about this case. Obviously, I don't know. But I have a feeling our little arch enemy of Mask the Mask is not actually who he says he is. A shot of Mask the Mask striking the pose. Oh, I'm guilty. Throw the book at me. Who's screaming like that? Oh, Mr. Wright, you made it. Yeah, I did. Doesn't look like things are going to get any less ugly for you. Because I did it! I'm the criminal! Me! He's at it again. It's a calling card to Lord Lee Taylor, I admit it! But you don't have the sacred urn, right? Well, that's true, but doesn't mean that I didn't commit the crime. And when I say of course you did, I'm being sarcastic. You? Right. Anyway, I admit I'm guilty. So make sure they give me a guilty verdict. Oh, there you are, Ronnie. Wow, I don't know why my throat's like weird. Bonjour, sweetie? Oh, she's French. I guess that makes sense with the name like Desiree. I mean, her name is just Desire, let's be real. Desire Delight and Ronnie Delight. Is that his full name, Ronnie? Like his actual name? Oh, Ron Delight. There's a joke in there somewhere. Oh, Desi, honey. Bonjour. Well, actually, I don't really know why I should be speaking French to you. I guess. You know me, Ronnie. I swear I'll protect you. Actually, the thief is. Can I tell you something, Nicky boy? I can guarantee that my Ronnie is innocent. If he's declared guilty, I'll be ever so cross with you. So why are you smiling when you say it? Well, if you'll excuse me, got some errands I need to take care of. Counting on you, Nicky boy. Good luck. To be honest, I really don't know whether Ron is Mask the Mask or not. But there's only one thing I am sure of. He doesn't have the sacred urn right now. No, Mr. Delight, it's time for you to enter the courtroom. For the time being, I guess I'll have to trust Desiree. October 13th, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 6. Oh, there he is! Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Ron Delight. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Look at him. He's great. His design is amazing. What about the prosecution? Are you prepared to... What a stupid question. What did you say? Fine. Let me ask you then, Your Honor. Are you ready? Are you ready to pass judgment? Well, no, I'm not. I'll pass judgment after I hear arguments from both sides. Well, if you're not ready yourself, you shouldn't expect others to be. That's a rule to live by. Who are you? I am Godot, legendary prosecutor. I've never lost a case. He's the one that Detective Abney was talking about. Yes, your reputation precedes you. What kind of cases have you dealt with so far? Huh, none. What did you say? I've never prosecuted a case before. Never? But you said you've never lost before. Exactly. I've never lost. I've never won before, either. Quite arrogant for a beginner, aren't you? Even the mightiest of redwoods begin their lives as mere saplings. Yes, but a mask? In a court of law? Huh. Don't you know anything? No matter the man, we all wear masks. Either on our faces or over our hearts. That's the real deal, alright, Nick. Why does it seem like all prosecutors are the real deal? I don't want to gloss over that, okay? I really don't. I want to make sure it was made clear that this man's opening statement was, I've never lost a case. I've also never prosecuted one. And that right there is why he's my favorite. Out of all the prosecutors I know of, he is easily my favorite because of that opening alone. It really sets the tone for who he is. And comes in, says he's the greatest prosecutor there ever is. He's never lost a case. Because he's never been in a case, so he's technically true. So, we finally meet, Mr. Phoenix Trite. Nick, is he a friend of yours? No, I don't have any friend that calls me trite. Who is this masked man? I have returned from the depths of hell to do battle with you. Well then, Prosecutor Gobo? It's not Gobo, it's Go-Do, Your Honor. In any case, please give your opening statement. Opening statement? Things are not fit for even dogs to consume. I have only one thing to say before we start. To you, Mr. Trite. What is it? Are you familiar with the saying, pain is only as strong as its weakest link? I wonder how much you can withstand before you and your case break in two. Well then, let's hear from the first witness. Probably Gumshoe? Always Gumshoe. My name is... No one has asked for your name, witness. The important thing is what you know, that's all. Start talking. We're listening. Yes, sir. Alright, witness. First, let's hear about what you know about the thief that stole the urn. Yes, sir. Mask the Mask's crime. The Mask is a master thief that first started his crime spree 6 months ago. He's so confident that he sends his calling card before he even commits the crime. This was his 5th heist, and as usual, he set the card on the Lordly Tailor. His pattern is always to go after only the most precious art pieces. That's why I wish it was Master Mask to fit his MO to a T. Well, the actual identity of this Master Mask is... Mr. Godot, what are you? We're in the middle of a trial here, Mr. Godot. Blacker than the moonless night, hotter and more bitter than hell itself. That is coffee. I'm sure you can grant me at least this much, Your Honor. Oh, please, proceed. Very well, it's only coffee after all. What? Can't be letting him slide this early in the trial. Proceed with the cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Well, Nick, what are you gonna do? As long as they haven't brought up Mr. Delight's identity, you can do to show that it wasn't Master Mask who stole the urn. Master Mask's crime. That's assuming that Mr. Delight is even Master Mask. Have you been involved in this investigation from the beginning? Yep, nobody knows more about the thief than me, pal. Hey, it's true, I'm, Zvari, author on thieves. An author? Spitting books about thieves? I think you probably meant to say authority? The fact that this guy can slip through even my fingers shows how good he is, pal. Easy when those fingers have to be butterfingers. Oh, press harder. So, nobody knows more about the thief than you, huh? You got it, pal. Except maybe for the thief's mom, that is. But, isn't there someone who knows even more about him than the police? You don't mean Detective Zvari, do you? Who is this person, Zvari? He sounds German. His name is Luke Atton, sir. I guess I shouldn't have made up such a silly name for him. What the heck? Guess he's not all that famous after all. Anyway, it's true that he did manage to retrieve the last item the thief stole. Oh, I see. It seems you're not the expert you claimed to be. Yeah, it looks like the thief is toying with me even now. Oh, it sounds more like you're toying with yourself, though. Have you seen all of these so-called calling cards? Of course I have. Except, the person in charge of the treasure exhibit never brought that card to the police. So I didn't see this one until after the crime occurred. Because Detective Amy stopped Miss Andrews from taking him to the police. Was the calling card that Lily Taylor received authentic? Well, all the cards have one common identifying feature, but we're not releasing that information to the general public. But you're actually certain that this card is real? No, she can't say it out loud, but I'm pretty talking about the Master Mask gun. The 5th heist? His 5th heist? Your 5th screw-up, huh? Objection, pal! That ain't fair. Maybe you could say I screwed up 4 times. But this last time wasn't my fault. I didn't know about the calling card this time. You of all people shouldn't be chuckling about this, Detective Gumshoe. I just want everyone here in the courtroom to know something. If you ever get a calling card from this guy, don't call some stupid private eye. Call your local police right away. Got me? Ah, looks like he's really got it in for Detective Abney. pattern is to always go after the precious art pieces. Like what, for example? Well, his first target was the famous Tears of Emenog. What's that? Some kind of especially salty teardrop? No, sir. It's a blue diamond, the single red diamond. Next was the crown of Bongora, you know, the thing you put on your head. After that was the left hand of Hades, and then the portrait of Magina, sir. The Detective Atney retrieved the portrait of Magina and returned it to the museum. And the target of his fifth and last robbery was the Sacred Urn, right? But isn't it difficult for him to dispose of such famous art pieces? Well, we assume he must have some underworld connections. Somehow, Mr. Delight doesn't look the type. He's a little too sunny to be hanging out in the underworld. That research Mask to Mask? What do you mean when you say it fits his MO to a T? I was thinking of asking the same thing myself. I wish you would listen a little more closely, pal. First of all, there's the calling card. We're 100% certain it's authentic. And there's the fact that he seemed to know all about the security system. And finally, his dagger was an art piece. They're all part of the thief's modus operandi. And so, since this robbery seems to fit all those conditions... That's right, it means that Master Mask is behind it. Nick, it definitely looks like it was Master Mask who stole the urn. But there's no real evidence either way as to whether Ron Delight is Master Mask. But... Also, the urn hasn't turned up yet, let alone in connection to Mr. Delight himself. Even though we know it was Master Mask that did it, maybe for the time being, I should try to show it wasn't Master Mask that did it. Ooh. Okay. What's in the court record? Picture exhibit poster. A little picture of Maya in the corner. Lord Taylor. Omniface statue. The urn itself. Play card. Camera data. There was one picture taken. Video camera photo. Which is, in fact, Mask to Mask. The Blackmail Letter. When your true identity revealed to the world, come to KV Security at 1 AM on October 12th and bring $50,000. If you don't, I'll take that red diamond you received the other day instead. Around's wallet, found it around 1 AM, not even crime. Key card, the CEO, and the publicity photo of Mask to Mask. Love the design, by the way. It's right up my alley for character design. He sends his calling card even before he commits the crime. This was his fifth heist. Pattern is to always go after the most precious art pieces. Your shows Mask to Mask, sir. But it has no monetary value then. Can I ask you a little something, Detective Gumshoe? Just hearing the little in that question is making me nervous. So that he always goes after the most precious art pieces, right? That's right, pal. But there's one problem. That's all he did in this case. The supposedly priceless urn doesn't exactly rise to the level of precious art. What do you mean? Nick, how can you say such a terrible thing? No, I meant from a financial point of view. I mean, it wouldn't fetch a good price. Well, Prosecutor Godot, what is the value of that urn? The appraisers I spoke to said they couldn't attach a price to it. And I mean that in the worst sense. So in other words, it was not the kind of item that Master Mask would normally go after. I understand you correctly, Mr. Wright. I was saying that the theft of the Sacred Urn was not the work of Master Mask. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Actually, I could just point out the contradiction. The argument made itself, but... Well, first of all, we need to get this issue cleared up. Is this last robbery the work of Master Mask enough? What do you have to say about this, Mr. Godot? This coffee here, it's my own special blend. Call it Godot number 107. I'm trying to decide whether to cut down on the acidity or the bitterness. That's the only thing I've got on my mind right now. Mr. Trite. What? You're really a man. You should clean up your own mess. Sorry, but I don't get what you mean. You're saying it wasn't Master Mask that stole the urn. Then it must be someone imitating Master Mask's methods. A fake. A fake Damask. Fake Damask? Sounds so ridiculous. But I like it. Now, before I decide on my coffee, I believe some proof is in order, Mr. Trite. Proof that the person who appeared at Lowly Taylor that night was actually a fake. Why don't approve of Mr. Godot's behavior? His point is valid. Mr. Wright, we're waiting. I think I'm going to have to prove it. I need proof that the person at Lily Taylor that night was in fact... I need proof that that person was in fact faked the mask. Hi, phone. Where's the security camera photo? I just want to compare the security camera photo to the publicity photo. Is there, like, a glaring issue with his costume? There is! Right? There's this giant emblem on his chest that doesn't exist on the security camera photo. This actually might be wrong. The proof is right here. This looks like a photo taken by a security camera. But if you look closely, you'll notice something peculiar about it. Well then, why don't you go ahead and show us what it is? Come on, use the pointer and show us just what about this picture is so peculiar. Take that! It's right here, of course. You mean, Master Mask? I have here a piece of reference I would like the court to take a look at. That publicity photo I brought this morning? The problem I have with the security camera photo is the brooch on Damask's chest. Breach? Here, bailiff, get my steed. We need to retreat at once. Brooch, Your Honor. It's a sort of clasp for holding one's cape on. Clasp? I see now. But, Master Mask in the security camera photo. Ah, he has no brooch. That brooch is the same as the emblem on Damask's calling card. It serves as a symbol. But the thief that broke into Lordly Taylor wasn't wearing a brooch. In other words, this Master Mask is a fake. I've been fooled again. Poor Gumshoe. Order. It's true. Undeniably true. Detective Gumshoe, how could you have overlooked this? I'm sorry, sir. I don't know how I... Everything. Hey, now. You're gonna have a pity party. Invite me, too. Mr. Godot, you deserve some blame in this, too. How could you have overlooked such a large brooch? Huh. The brooch you're talking about. Do you mean this? Ah! That's Master Mask's brooch. Where did you find it? Well, I've always had a good nose for evidence. I got it at the crime scene. It was hidden in the shadow of a big female Buddha statue. Buddha statue? Must mean the Omniface statue. But why didn't you tell me about that, sir? I always put evidence away in my pocket. After all, it's the safest place for crucial evidence. Yeah, this guy has been a cool customer. A little early to be shaken up, isn't it, little lady? That friend of yours, that pretty little hickey's on there, too. Hickeys? Figuratively speaking, of course. I'm referring to Ron Delight's fingerprints. What? What? The defendant's fingerprints are on the brooch. Order in the court. Mr. Godot, let's see the brooch. I've grown attached to my metallic girlfriend here. Take good care of her. It appears to have been torn off some clothing. A little bit of cloth left in the back. Obviously, there must have been a big struggle that night at the crime scene. Uh-oh. Phoenix, we have a problem. That's part under the court record. Under the shadow of Omniface statue. It looks like it was torn off with some clothing. Huh. You mess with Godot, and you get burned. Ugh. Don't play me like a violin. Well, Judge, I'm about ready to call my next witness. You're done with me? But I haven't proved anything yet. You've proven your own incompetence. That's good enough. That doesn't sound good at all. Okay, I'm sure you do. Bailiff, bring the next witness into the courtroom. Finally, time for the ace detective to make his appearance. Huh? Look at this guy. 1 second is one drip of a coffee pot. Let's hurry it up. Shh! Silence! Now I see it's all becoming clear. What's clear? Zvari! The truth has once again been elegantly revealed to me. What we have here is a judge and a prosecutor, a coffee maniac at that. Am I correct? Well, yes, that's right. Huh, not bad at all. The best person that's ever been able to penetrate my secret veil. Well, Sir Prosecutor, let me introduce myself. My name is Luke Atney, ace detective and rising star illuminating the heavens. Why, these two make a perfect pair. They'd either be best friends or they'd tear each other's heads off. I've heard that on the night of the crime you were held alone on the security detail. You've heard correctly. My specially made monocle is worth more than 100 Detective Gumshoes. If Detective Gumshoe was worth anything, that is. That's harsh. Was this guy all by himself anyway? Must be some reason, I'm sure of it. Well then, tell us what the special monocle of yours witnessed. I witnessed nothing! I was knocked unconscious. It was approximately 1 o'clock in the morning, just after the date changed. That's when my nemesis, the infamous Master Mask, dancingly descended upon me. Just as I began to turn, the coward struck a fierce blow upon my noble head. Darkness swallowed me before I could land a single strike. When I awoke, he was gone. 20 minutes later, I used an emergency phone to notify the police. So you didn't get a clear look at the criminal? My specially made monocle never misses a thing. However, that is limited to things that fall within my own visual range. But, of course, that's only natural. I fail to see why this witness seems so proud of his performance that evening. Well, sir, old-timer, let me explain. We're not speaking of any ordinary thief, but one of the king of thieves, the great Master Mask, my arch-enemy. Whatever my instincts and my years of experience tell me. Very well. Proceed with the cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Ay, ay, ay. What I witnessed. You witnessed nothing is what you witnessed. Approximately 1 in the morning. So that would be 1 o'clock in the morning of the 12th, correct? That's an impressive deduction, Sir Lawyer. You were on security duty that night. Where exactly were you at the time? Penetrating question. I was in the basement warehouse near the computer. That's a computer, huh? So then you weren't trying to remain hidden, I take it? Up to this point, I have tried to remain unconcealed while waiting for the thief. Yeah, I said the same thing yesterday, too. Tues also said that they've never spotted the thief at the crime scenes before. Precisely! That is precisely why I chose not to hide last night. I knew that by not concealing myself, I'd be putting pressure on the thief. I think the thief was the one applying pressure. On your fidgety head, that is. In any case... My nemesis, the infamous Master Mask, dancingly descended? From where exactly? Well, from the entrance, I suppose. Where else? In actuality, he neither danced nor descended. Someone please save me. So how know that you didn't notice the thief? My eyes were looking for the thief's shadow while my ears listened for his footfalls. But even so, the dastardly criminal managed to sneak up on me. It would only be due to his subtly camouflaged cape and soft-soled shoes. I hereby dub you Ace Duns. As I began to turn, the card struck a fierce blow upon my head. You didn't see the criminal's face when that happened. That's the difficult part. How should I put it? I saw his mask. That's all I can recall. That's not very solid as far as testimony goes. However, fortunately I had my third monocle, the security camera, at the ready. It captured his image perfectly. This should be sufficient, I believe. Well, as long as this photo is authentic, I don't see a problem here. Mr. Godot, do you have a problem with the photo? Good. Let's continue with the testimony. Man just shook his head no, took a sip of coffee, and was like, okay, that's good enough. I'll take it. Detective knocked unconscious. Weren't able to do a thing? That's certainly some very impressive detective work. Well, sir lawyer, you ever been suddenly struck on the head? Huh? Well, actually, yes. Fire extinguisher. And what happened? I was knocked out. And you lost your memory, too. You see, you have no right to look down on me then, do you? Well, the reason I didn't lose my memory was because I have more brains to begin with. I may have brains, but the wiring of the self-reflection part seems to be severed. In any case, that was how I was knocked senseless. And then... A few minutes later, I used the emergency phone. But just 30 minutes. My silver cord was loosened and my soul fled to the golden halls of Elysium. As usual, I have no idea what this guy is saying. I think he's saying that he was out there. So, what happened during these 30 minutes? No one can say, Your Honor. That time has truly vanished into the ether. Just what is he going on about? There's something suspicious about Detective Atman. How could he not have noticed when the thief came in? Also, he says he was knocked unconscious before he could fight back. But that can't be right. It contradicts the evidence. Huh? Which piece? The question is, why would he tell such an obvious lie? Upon me, so I began to turn, the card struck a fierce blow upon my noble head, darts from me, before I could land a single strike. You know this is not true because the brooch indicates a fight. Mr. Adden, could you look at this with that special monocle of yours? Aha! This belongs to the criminal mastermind, my nemesis, Master Mask. It is, in point of fact, Mask's brooch. It was found on the floor of the basement warehouse. Where did that happen? Ha! Elementary, my dear lawyer. Obviously, it wasn't glued on well enough. Not quite. It clearly shows signs of having been ripped off a piece of clothing. Ripped off? Ah! You can only deduce that the thief struggled with someone that night. That's the only thing I can think of. And there's only one person that was in a position to have a struggle with the thief. The only person was on the security duty that night. You, Detective Atman. Yeah. You don't have to be pointing at me like that. That's so rude. Detective Atman, you must have fought with the thief that night. So, why did you lie in your testimony to the court? The witness, giving false testimony is a serious crime. Yeah, No. Oh, wait just a moment, sir, old-timer. Don't talk to me like I'm living in a nursing home. I just remembered, Your Honor. I was just confused because I've been dealing with so many cases lately. The truth measure of a man is the amount of work he does. That's what I always say. True measure. Nick, you can only handle one case at a time, right? Isn't that right? You talk too much. Yo. Someone be slapping, though. Witness! So, are you now saying that you and the thief fought? Hold on. That's quite enough. Your Honor? Excuse me? Save the big questions for the testimony. That's one of my rules. Indeed, I understand. Look at me, agree completely. Fight with the thief. Indeed, it's true that I looked away from the door for a brief moment. However, look at me cannot be so easily discombobulated. Unfortunately, the thief grabbed a weapon from the side and rendered me senseless. A true gentleman fights only with his fists. But they were not enough. His first blow struck true. And that's all she wrote. So in the end, you did catch a glimpse of Master Mask. Correct. It was during his third crime that he struck me from behind. It seems that my memory has become a tad jumbled, so to speak. Well, that's certainly understandable. I myself always get confused about which testimony goes with which case. That can't be good. But with the thief. So why did you look away from the door anyway? In addition to the camera, I had prepared a variety of other sensors as well. The alarm on one of those had gone off, so I had to check the data. That's why I went to the computer. Elegantly, of course. So you were momentarily vulnerable when you were working on the computer? What should I do? Should I ask some more questions? Ask about the sensor. What kind of sensors are you talking about? There are other places in the basement that someone could enter and exit from. There are air conditioner ducts, sewer pipes, and a cat door as well. I hooked up heat detecting infrared and ultraviolet sensors to each of them. That's a lot of it's a lot of hardwire. I'm sorry, Your Honor, I need a break. Can we have a 10-minute recess? I'm having a stroke. A lot of hardware. Is it all yours? Dorothy Taylor department store was kind enough to provide the monitoring hardware. Naturally, the security camera that took the photo belongs to them as well. In other words, you couldn't have rigged the equipment, huh? Has that cleared up any doubts you had about me, sir lawyer? Look at me, easily discombobulated? What does it mean, discombobulated? Young people these days, they really irritate me. And are perfectly good old words to die until everyone forgets what they mean. Sorry, but what exactly does it mean anyway? Now I've forgotten. What was it? What was I saying? Jeez, it's better than old people who forget what they were saying 5 seconds ago. Well, it looks like we've cleared that up. You can go on with your testimony. What do you mean by weapon from the side? Naturally, the thief had no idea that I, look at me, was hiding in the area. He grabbed the sword from the statue that was standing by the door of the warehouse. Reading is hard. Sword? You mean the sword that was all twisted like the tree branch? Correct. Fortunately for me, the blade was not sharp. So he is talking about the sheet dog. So the thief armed himself with a sword. What about yourself, witness? Mr. Gentleman fights only with his fists. You had that much faith in your own fighting abilities? But of course! In college, I was the second in charge of the boxing club. I'm sorry, I failed to find that appropriately impressive. However, my opponent in the ring this time was my arch-nemesis, Master Mask. This guy's a real piece of work. First blood struck true, then, that's all she wrote. Can you tell us a little more about what happened? My opponent was both powerful and vicious. You might say he was avaricious. Avaricious? I assumed the Acme fighting stance, but a sudden flash of light blinded me. That, of course, was checkmate. My opponent had bested me. What do I do now? Should I ask more about this? You were blinded? So, what was that flash of light that blinded you? I was bathed in a golden light that seemed to come from the statue of the woman. Statue of Omniface, I'm guessing. That wasn't very much help at all. Well, what do you think, Nick? Oh, there's something that I'm absolutely sure of now. Yeah? What is it? This look at me guy? It's definitely hiding something. But why? I think I'm trying to figure out what really happened that night. About the true nature of this detecting. Ooh, I think it's alluding to what I thought. Click the door for a brief moment. Was this the one that had the, Yes, that's for the computer. So, did that computer belong to Dorothy Taylor as well? Correct. Well, except for the program that manages the data. That was specifically designed by me. Look at me. In that case, you could have easily manipulated the data. What's wrong, sir lawyer? You never look at me cannot be so easily discombobulated. Unfortunately, the thief grabbed the weapon. It's first blood struck true. And then about the at-me fighting style. What is this at-me fighting style? I'm sorry, that's a trade secret. I really can't say anymore. But I suppose I can tell you if I absolutely must. The main thing is to put your back to the wall, that way no one can get behind you. That's it? That's the at-me fighting style? Well, that's alright. What about that testimony? It's definitely very important. Of course it's important. You learned a detective's secret technique, after all. Yes, indeed. I'll remember to use it if I ever take a walk alone late at night. Why the heck is the eyeball on me like that? Creep me out. Now then, witness. We'll go ahead and add that secret information to your official testimony. My back to the wall to fight, but the police blow landed upon my third eye. Where's third eye you're talking about? Oh, it's right between my right and left eyebrows. It's quite invisible to the unenlightened. You may call it the forehead if you like. Why didn't you just say that in the first place? Sir Lawyer, it looks like the creases on your own forehead are getting deeper. So Mr. Atney got hit in the forehead then. That's what he says. Got a funny feeling about that. Actually, so do I. Well, what do you think, Nick? Something I'm absolutely sure of now. Does that contradict his previous statements about what happened? Not that I have anything, but... Yeah, a blow to the back of the head. I thought so. I thought it was something with the back of the head. Detective Atney, here testimony's crummy like a house of cards. What fun this is, Mr. Lawyer. It's truly a pleasure to cross swords with you. And now, once again, you have thrown down the gauntlet at my armored feet. I believe this is what you said yesterday. No, the card must have wormed his way in through somewhere besides the door. And my answer must have struck me on the head from behind with his gruesome item here. From behind, huh? But just now you testified that he struck you on the forehead. I hardly think you could forget where you were hit on the head. It seems I made another mistake. Detective Atney. Not the only strange part of your testimony. What do you mean by that? For example, the very fact that you hit the calling card from the police itself is strange. It's almost as if you were afraid they were going to help with security. Geniuses such as myself have always been misunderstood. How sad. That's wrong. Objection. To err is human, to forgive divine. Humans aren't machines, they have souls, feeling. They live, they die, they love, they hate. Yes, they even make mistakes. Hey, hold on. It's not as pretty as that. What? Really? What is it like, then? Always chase a riddle down to the end. That's one of my rules. God, this song slaps. This is it. This might just be my chance to turn things around. Mr. Wright, what exactly is it that you're asserting? Very well, Your Honor. The defense asserts that Mr. Atney is masked to mask. This is exactly what I thought. The answer is simple. It's all clear to me now. Detective Luke Atney's true identity is actually masked to mask. Yeah! Oh, let's go. Corner. Turnabout theme? Order in the court. Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? There are too many unnatural parts to Mr. Atney's story. Because he was hiding at the crime scene, which is why no one ever saw him there. And then, his last case, he manages to outperform Detective Gumshoe and the entire police force to miraculously retrieve the stolen treasure. But that's because I analyzed the crime scene data and made an exquisitely elegant deduction. I picked up clues that the police overlooked in order to arrive at a... Oh, please. Explanation is far simpler than that, Detective Atney. The truth is that you are, in fact, masked to mask. Yeah. But, Mr. Wright, this photo clearly shows masked to mask. The security camera belongs to Lordy's other department store. He shouldn't have been able to manipulate it. He didn't need to manipulate it. He gained access to the warehouse under the pretense of providing security. Then he simply dressed up as the thief and stole the urn. So, Ace Detective is actually an ace thief? Is this true, witness? Your math demo is pure genius, and so am I, Luke Atney, Ace Detective. Very clever to have come to such a conclusion. I am impressed, Sir Lawyer. What? Witness, you're admitting it? Nick, now's your chance. Yes, time to put the last nail in this guy's coffin. Detective Atney, you assumed the thief's identity. The Dope Blend number 102, my personal favorite. Mr. Godot, the ace detective is actually an ace thief. It Smell a best-selling novel. There's only one problem. It isn't true. But Mr. Godot, Mr. Wright has made some very strong points, and I will admit my opponent has woven a compelling narrative out of a whole plot. But it is, in fact, nothing more than a patchwork quilt. Mr. Trite. If this detective really is the thief, then show us the proof of your claim. But it had better be as hot and as perfect as the coffee dripping down your face. Oh, well, Mr. Wright, don't just stand there. This court would like to see the decisive proof you have, quickly. Huh? Oh, yes, of course. What's the big rush? You alright, Nick? My mind's pretty rattled right now. I'll finish this right now if I can. Can I really do it? There's plenty of evidence that proves Mr. Luke Abbey is in fact masked to mask. Ooh. I have a feeling it's the record, right? Because there's only one picture. And if he was there, right, he should have triggered the photo, so there should be two. Right? I don't know if I'm confident enough in this, though, I'll be honest. I don't want to go for the Hail Mary, but I'm not sure. I don't think that's enough evidence. I don't think that would be enough. I will say this yet to be found, because I actually don't know. Proof? Of course I've got nothing. Huh. Just what I thought. Objection! A man has to hold his head up high no matter how bad things get, after all. I see. I thought perhaps you had some evidence to back up your assertion. It's no good. You gotta stay on the attack. Never get another chance to prove that this guy's the thief. Don't give up, Nick. Think harder and try again. It's no good. Just not ready yet. But are you going to just give up and let us lose this? So, you've come to your senses, have you, Sir Lawyer? I think of a counterattack at all. It seems the cloud of suspicion surrounding this witness is lifted. Mr. Godot, if you have anything further to add, then... What? Oh? Oh, hi. Who are you? That doesn't really matter right now, does it? Mr. Light, what are you doing here? Nicky boy. The thing you've been looking for. I think I found it. You mean... that bag? No, not the bag. What's in the bag? Well... Hey, it's fixed! That's... the sacred urn! Nick, it's the urn! And where was that bag? Order! You, madam! That urn! Where did you find it? You'll never believe it. It was in the office of Mr. Fancy Pants Ace Detective, Luke Atney. Oh, Jesse, you're the best! Sacred urn updated in the court record. In the office of Luke Atney has pink spots. Well, how do you explain that one, Mr. Atney? Even you are going to have a hard time weaseling out of this one. Objection! Pathetic. Mr. Godot, do you have something you wish to say? Yes, Your Honor. It simply amazes me how quickly times change. In the old days, a man was to be taken at his word. It's truly sad. You're still denying that Mr. Atney was involved? Forecasting aspirations of Detective Atney. Consider the young lady here. Her name is Desiree Delight, is that correct? Yeah, what about it? Huh. How charming. The lengths that a woman is willing to go to save her husband is truly inspiring. What are you insinuating? As the wife of a criminal, you could have discovered that stolen urn anywhere. Including the office of the good detective here. So you found the urn, what does that prove? Well, it doesn't prove where the urn was before you found it. What? I just brought it here from the detective's office. Please, madam. This town is already filled to the brim with lies. Any more could only compound the tragedy we have been witness to. You're wrong, I would never do such a thing. Mr. Light, please, Nicky boy, you gotta help me talk some sense into these people. There must be some way. Gotta prove that urn was actually in the Acme Detective Agency. But I could testify about what I saw. I did see it there. But I think fingerprints would be more, like, damning, especially since we literally can tell that it was re-put together. I can prove where the urn was by the fingerprints on it. The fingerprints, eh? Oh, come now. Are you really making me laugh, Sir Lawyer? Fingerprints indeed. Okay, go on. Good. Now, it would be perfectly understandable if my fingerprints were on the urn. After all, it was I who was guarding the urn in the first place. In any case, I am always in the habit of wearing gloves, as you can see. So unfortunately, my fingerprints wouldn't be evidence of anything. What about it, Mr. Wright? Witness's fingerprints would be nothing anyway. Nick, what are you going to do now? I'm too far to turn back now. He must have brought the urn back to his office yesterday. And there, I'm sure someone must have left their fingerprints on it. The defense proposes the fingerprints of this person should be on the urn. Ooh. As a young but skilled lawyer. Whose fingerprints should be? I mean, Brell should be on the urn, that's for sure. $30. And Luke Abney wouldn't make sense because he wears gloves, so he wouldn't have fingerprints on the urn. Did Phoenix ever touch the urn? I feel like he did, right? Like, that seems like a thing that happened. I don't fully remember that. Let's do it. I think I've touched the urn before. So what's this fuss about fingerprints anyway? Mr. Atney, do you recall the events of yesterday? Hey, Nick, come on, open it up. Hey, wait a minute. You can't just open his private property. Don't be such a fuddy-duddy. This is an important investigation. Well, what's in there? Hang on a sec. I'm taking it out now. Ah, that's right, I was taking it out. Never does it. Feels kind of hard and smooth. Well, hello there! It's true that I didn't get a chance to look at it in the bag at the time, but I did touch what was inside. What? You touched it? And I remember it very well. It was smooth and hard. Phoenix, look, man, maybe don't phrase it that way. You touched something that was in another man's bag that was smooth and hard? Come on, dude. And it wasn't Edgeworth's? Well, that was just... Your Honor, I'd like the court to examine the fingerprints on that urn. If my fingerprints are on there, then it proves the urn was in Detective Atney's office. Objection? Well, even if your fingerprints are on the urn, it still doesn't prove when they were put there, does it? Of course it does. What did you say? It's not what I say, but what Adrian Andrews, the person in charge of the exhibits, said. I polished it until it was just about glowing. I thought maybe I could make it look more valuable. If she polished it that much, she must have removed any and all fingerprints on it. The only chance I had to get my fingerprints on it after that was yesterday at the Acme Detective Agency. Ah, that's blend number 107. I've decided a little too bitter after all. Oh, his goggles are malfunctioning and steaming. Order. I accept the defense's request. Bailiff, take this urn and... Wait a moment, Your Honor. There's no need for that. No need, you say? Precisely. I already know Mr. Wright's fingerprints are on the urn. What are you saying? Yes, I've finally broken him down. Take a good look, everyone. Unable to find a rival worthy of my genius, I was forced to create one by myself. Here I am, the tragic clown. This than even a fruitcake. You see, it was me all along. I am the one and only Mask to Mask. I hope you all enjoyed my little performance. Well, that is exactly what I thought. It's like, there's no way this dude is not Mask to Mask. Oh, Mr. Godot, what is Mr. Abby's condition? He's still in the lobby, laughing insanely, Your Honor. I wish I could enjoy the joke as much as he seems to be. Well, it looks like this matter has been settled. I came perilously close to besmirching the record of an innocent young man. Besmirching him with the title of thief. Nick, you were right after all. Yeah, I guess Mr. Delight really wasn't the thief. The court finds the defendant, Mr. Ron Delight. Hold it! You're wrong. Wrong, I tell you. Not exactly wrong so much, but actually not right is what I was really trying to say. Oh no, he's not. This can't be happening. The thief, the stinky, odious thief has been stealing all the treasures. It's me! I'm him! I'm the one you want. I'm the thief, I tell you. But do it. Pronounce me guilty, please. I don't know what kind of a kangaroo court you all think this is, but... What's your identity of the thief has already been proven. Please hurry and pass, Judge. What are you talking about? I already confessed. I'm the thief, I tell you. God, this song is so good. Mr. Godot, don't just stand there drinking coffee. Ah, hey there, Mr. Thief. Yes, sir? If you were really a man, then clean up your own mess. I'm sorry. I'm afraid I just don't have any idea what you mean. If you are Mask to Mask, then prove it. That's what I mean. Yes, sir, I'll be happy to. Because I'll be happy to, Nick. It's kind of cute. He's 100% committed to his fantasy. Good boy. Just remember one thing. The boy only gets one chance in his life to become a man. I know that. I won't fail, I swear. Okay, then. Talk. We're all listening. Oh, well. Let's all have a little listen to this confession. Alright. Mask to Mask identity. The truth is I've been Mask to Mask all along. I mean, you can't prove that I'm not actually Mask to Mask, can you? I didn't have an alibi for the night of the urn was stolen, after all. I donned my costume that night and dancingly descended upon the scene of the crime. Look, you can see right there in the photo. That's me. As for my brooch, I cranked it on the door handle and it got turned off, that's all. I don't like the direction this trial is taken. This is where every trial goes. That's with me, anyway. Ah. You're doing great. Stop it, Mr. Godot. You're embarrassing me. Well, like I said, you're only going to get one chance to testify, alright? But if you make it through this with flying colors, I'll keep my promise, too. I'll make sure you stay locked up in prison as the one and only true Mask to Mask. Thanks so much, Mr. Godot. I'll do my best. What? What? Excuse me? Hello? Are you sure about that? Alright, Mr. I'm afraid it's time for the cross-examination. Man, have it been over an hour? Dude, what the heck? You may think you're the real Mask to Mask, but your wife thinks you're delusional. I haven't told Desi yet about my true identity, I mean. Believe me, I've got my reasons. The way your room is decked out now, or the way your room is decked out, how did she not know about it? Thieves have complicated family situations, I suppose. I do. It sounds like we're about to get sidetracked again. Let's press a harder one. So, why are we telling the truth from your wife? Well, first of all, I don't think she'd believe me anyway. Second, if there's one thing that Desi absolutely detests, it's criminals. Well, if that's the case, then why do you ever start thieving to begin with? Well, Desi's crazy about shopping. She's a real shopaholic. But she's the love of my life, Your Honor. I guess you could say that I'm a Desi-aholic. You do have a complicated family situation after all. Alright, that's enough. Please continue with your testimony. I beg of you. Can't prove that I'm not actually Mask to Mask. I thought you were going to be the one to show us proof. You know, that you're the real Master Mask and not just some kind of obsessed fanboy? Hey now, that's not fair. But I have to do all the hard work anyway. Maybe because you're the one making the outrageous claim for a change? Come on, Nick. Mr. Delight couldn't have committed the crime. You're the one with the fancy law degree. It's time to put it to work already. I need some kind of proof that Ron couldn't possibly be Master Mask. Well, I guess if you had that kind of proof, we wouldn't still be here, would we? For the time being, maybe we need to shift strategy. Try to show that Mr. Delight couldn't have stolen the air. Anyway, I don't have an alibi for the night? Okay, you know what? I'm not even gonna beat around it. You do have an alibi. Your wallet was there. You were on security duty. Mr. Delight, this wallet belongs to you, correct? Ah, yes, it does. I had lost it somewhere.
Mr. Wright, when you find a wallet, you should report it to the police right away.
No, you don't understand. This is an important piece of evidence.
Evidence?
Well, Mr. Delight, when did you first notice that you'd lost your wallet? Let's see. I think it was on the night of the crime. But I know I still had it when Desi and I went out for dinner. This wallet was found at approximately 1 AM at KB Security Headquarters.
What? Surely you're not serious.
Yes, I am serious. This proves that Mr. Delight was, in fact, at KB Security that night. No! So, the defendant was at KB Security at 1 o'clock in the morning. Well, that proves that he was a watertight alibi. No! Furthermore, considering the distance between Lordly Taylor and KB Security, it would take 30 minutes to get there by car. According to Larry, anyway.
Well, Mr. Goodell, do you have anything to say?
Oh, yes.
And stop drinking that coffee.
Come on, Mr. Thief. Don't let this guy beat you. Tell him why he's wrong. The one who calls me thief, Mr. Godot. Alright, I'll try. I'll do it. I will. He's really got Mr. Delight all worked up. Yeah, he's like a kid. It's his first day of school. Look, it's just ridiculous. Why would I have dropped my wallet at KB Security? Someone must have planted it there to make it look like I was there. Not at the heist. Planted it there. He's really reaching now. Mr. Delight, you probably dropped your wallet when you took it out to use this, didn't you? The keycard to KD Security's CEO's office. No!
Ah, that was a pretty good try, Mr. Trite. Unfortunately, we've overlooked one small thing.
What?
Motive, of course. Why would the thief go to KD Security in the middle of the night anyway? Well, Mr. Wright, it looks like you need some more evidence after all.
Yeah, this stupid kid. Well, he works there. Wait, what do you mean he works there? It's his job. That's his motive. His motive is that's his job.
Now then, let's see your evidence. Evidence that shows why Mr. Delight went to KB Security at 1 AM tonight. I can also use blackmail. That's right, because that's what I said to made about KB Security at 1 AM. But he also works there.
Mr. Delight, I believe you've seen this before, correct? That's...
What is it?
A blackmail letter. That's what it looks like from the contents.
Blackmail?
Yes. Basically, it says bring $50,000.
That certainly sounds like blackmail, alright.
At the time of the theft, Mr. Delight was dealing with this blackmailer himself. In KB Security's CEO office. A full half an hour away from the scene of the crime.
No.
I hate chugging that coffee. They round up like crazy. No sleep for him, I guess.
Order! So in the theft of the earner card, the defendant was at KB Security? It looks like a perfect case for the defense. Objection! You may see it as a perfect case, Judge, but to me...
Well, let's just say that my Godot blend number 107 impresses me a lot more. What are you trying to say?
You say the thief was being blackmailed by the CEO of a security company. What? Did you actually investigate the CEO at all?
No, I guess not.
Accusing a man of blackmail with no proof? I'm not sure what I think of that.
I'm not sure what I think of it. At least I know what I think of you.
Good point. I'm not sure what I think of it myself. You claim that the defendant entered the CEO's office. But you'll need at least one witness to corroborate your claim, Mr. Wright.
Nick, we're gonna have to track down the CEO guy. No, we don't have to track down the CEO at all. What do you mean by that, Mr. Trite? There is someone else who can testify. This person testified that the keycard was used at 1 AM that night. Larry. Because he works there.
Who is this useless-looking young man?
Yeah, I was gonna say, you can't say that, but... Yeah. You don't remember him, Your Honor?
Not exactly. But just looking at his picture makes the bile start to rise in my throat.
It looks like he doesn't remember the case from 2 years ago. He probably blocked out the memory on purpose. Anyway, this man was working as a guard at KB Security that night.
Oh?
The question at hand is this key card. Yep, that's the key card they use in the building I work. According to the serial number, this one's for the CEO's office. You need to get into that room, and every time you use that card, it leaves a record. It tells you exactly who entered the room and when. As you can see, there's no need to investigate the CEO of KB Security to be able to discover the truth simply by analyzing this keycard's database. Or data. Not database. I mean, it would be in a database, but... Wow.
Well, Mr. Godot,
The name of the CEO of KB Security is Kane Bullard.
I was unable to contact him directly, but I got the keycard data here. So does it show. Each keycard has its own serial number, and they leave detailed records of their use. According to this data, the card was used at 1 AM in the morning of the crime.
They're updated in the court record. The bronze wallet used on October 12th, the night of the crime at 1 AM.
But that means it can't be Mr. Delight dressed as Master Mask in this photo. Huh. It looks like you're right.
2 minutes isn't even enough time to brew a good old cup of joe. So then... Ron Delight was clearly in the office of KB Security's CEO at the time of the crime. The prosecutor's office is ready to admit that fact. Therefore, it's impossible for the defendant to be Master Mask. Good job, you did it, Nick!
I'd say not. I came perilously close to besmirching the record of an innocent young man. Besmirching him with the title of thief.
Say this again? What's wrong, Your Honor?
I'm ready to pass judgment. But before I do that, do you have any further objections?
No, Your Honor.
Yes. Very well. Court finds the defendant, Mr. Ron Delight, not guilty. Court is now adjourned.
We did it! October 13th, 24 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 4. Nick, you did it! You're right after all! Actually, I'm a little bit ashamed of myself. Nicky boy! Oh, Mr. Light. You know you could do it. I believed in you all along, Nicky boy. I don't know how I can ever repay you. Ah, shucks. Thanks, Mr. Light. Just know I'm blushing. Congratulations, Mr. Nick! Honestly, though, Desiree, looking kind of nice. Oh, Pearls! I have a bad feeling about this. Who is that woman? Oh, she's nobody. She's just, You're blushing! How dare you do this in front of Miss Maya? Be ashamed of yourself! Ouch! She slapped me. Really? Summon is Miss Desiree Delight. She's our client's wife. Mr. Nick! Yes? Oh, even worse than I thought. Going behind the back of your own client? No, you've got it all wrong. I'll never forgive you. Ow! A double slap? Well, anyway, all of it ends well, right? Got to say your earned back, and the thief has been caught. You're so right. It's all thanks to Nicky Boy here. But actually, it was you, Miss Delight, that brought us the urn back. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Oh, please, you're embarrassing me. We won the case. But why does this guy still look so glum? But I am the thief. Actually, what's the point now? What is it, honey? I did my best for you, Ronnie. I know, and I appreciate it, Bessie. But the thing is...
Come on, give the kid some time. Hi, Godot. He's just got a little touch of the blues. You know how feeling blue, right, amigo? Mr. Godot, what are you doing here? Oh, come on. I just came here to say thanks to my newest buddy. You, Mr. Trite.
Did you show my name before you call me buddy?
Well, playtime is over.
Huh?
Early this morning, the body of Kane Bullard was discovered.
Kane Bullard? Where have I heard that name before? Isn't that the name of the CEO of KB Security? Wait, the body?
The estimated time of death was 1 a.m. on October 12th.
Yeah, on October 12th.
You don't mean... That's right, amigo. Same time that the cheap little urn was being stolen. The CEO of KB Security was being murdered.
So then, what are you doing here?
Oh, come on. You figured it out already, haven't you, amigo? Or... you already forgotten about that piece of info I helped you out with today.
Help me out. What?
On October 12th at 1 o'clock in the morning, Delay was in the CEO's office, the scene of the murder. Checking that blackmail letter, he must have been imbrued with utter rage.
What are you saying? Brewed with rage?
Come on, that's something you didn't know. Delay was once an employee of KB Security. He was a professional security guard.
Employee of KB Security?
Looks like the alibi that saved him from being convicted as a thief. It's going to be the noose that gets him hanged. Kind of an anti-alibi.
No way.
Can't be the thief because he was at the murder scene when the murder occurred.
No, that's a lie. It can't be true. But I am a thief, I tell you.
We're on to light. You're going back to prison again. This time the charge is much more serious. It's time to be tried for murder.
What? This is impossible.
I'm looking forward to another exciting showdown, Mr. Trite. You and I aren't through with each other yet. Surely you won't back down from a challenge. You've never been a coward.
Mr. Nick? Something personal between you two?
I'm sure from the depths of hell to do battle with you. At least let me have some fun while I'm here.
This guy, who the heck is he? He may be quiet, but it's the most dangerous enemy I've ever faced.
Well then, time to say goodbye to Mr. D-Light.
God, he's so cool. Nick? How could this be happening? Right in front of our very eyes, our client has been arrested for murder. One who established his presence at the scene was me. Ronnie! Yeah! Arrested for murder on the very same day he's declared innocent for larceny. What the heck's going to happen next? What the heck is going on here?
Well, that's the trial.
So is this considered
The same case? I guess so, right? I'm gonna find out in a second. Yeah, it's okay. It's still considered the same case. Oh, well. Ooh, actually, I probably should have gone to get my water. I'll do that in a moment. Actually, I'll do it right now, because we're just kind of chilling on health. Let's see. There you go.
Yeah, I'm glad we found the urinal. But poor Mr. Light got arrested again.
Right, I'm gonna go grab my water. Because I need it.
So I will be back momentarily.
Man, the music in this game is so much better.
Like, this is like the best soundtrack so far of all the games. But, I mean, it makes sense, right? You'd expect something like the music to get better as the franchise goes on. So, I'm loving the music in this one, though. It's so good. But we got to meet Godot. Is he the best? I think he's great. He just, like, comes in and has a super demanding presence, despite the fact that he literally doesn't do anything. And it's all because of his coffee. He just, like, randomly has coffee cups just flying across the table. We don't question where they come from. There's plenty of theories as to how that happens. One of them is that it's just his other hand, or he has like an intern or something just like shoving the coffee across the table for him. Like threw it at Phoenix at one point. What a guy. Anyways, go ahead and get back into it. Yeah, I'm glad we found the urinal, but poor Mr. Light got arrested again. Well, supposing Mr. Light was at the CEO's office when the murder occurred. No way, Jose! I don't buy it. But the one who proved that Mr. Light was there, Mr. Nick himself. At least from what I can understand. Like you did too good a job this time, Nick. Well, nobody's sort of looking into the KP security murder. I'm going to head back to Korean Village for a little while, if that's alright. Sure, but why? I'm going to bring Sacred Urn back and have some people take a look at it. Oh, that's a good idea. I think I'll go with... No, Mr. Clay, you should stay here. I want you two to spend some special quality time together. Full of loving happiness. I was so caught up in events I just forgot there's a murder to solve. Sacred Urn, given to Pearls. Now remember, no fighting, okay? She's gone. Okay, Nick, time to get going on this murder investigation. Oh, right. Anything... Oh, right. Well, we could learn more about the Sacred Urn, but... Yeah, why not, actually? You know what? Screw it. I'm just relieved we got the Sacred Urn back, huh? You bet! But there's something a little different about it. Don't at me. Pretty obvious, isn't it? I mean, take a look at this. It says I am on the end of the poster. But here we got back says Ami, like it always used to. Oh, yeah, you're right. Plus, the face has pink splotches on it now. I'm sure they weren't there before. Blind doesn't know, but 1 year ago when the urn was broken, the repairer accidentally turned Mystic Ami's name into I am. And that repairer was one mechanically unskilled little Pearls. But still, I don't remember ever seeing pink splotches on it. Is it possible the urn is a fake? I'm sure Pearls will find out about that once she gets back to the Korean village. Yeah, I suppose. Now that I think about it, why hasn't been back to Korean village in a long time? So, I guess people still go to Korean village to do their training, right? Yep, but to become a spirit medium, you need to undergo severe training. So why haven't you been training lately, Mario? Well, lately I've been thinking of heading to a channeling dojo or to do just that. A channeling dojo? Huh? That's pretty serious, whatever that is. When you're training, you have to be serious. Otherwise, real tragedies can happen. Is what happened last year still bothering you? In fairness, it wasn't her fault. That murder in her village? It happened because the power of channeling was misused. Medium uses the Korean technique, she temporarily loses her own will. So, when especially strong spirit is summoned, the spirit medium can get taken over and even forced to commit terrible crimes. What's worse, in those cases, the spirit medium has no memory of what happened. Ugh, why? That murder, it wasn't your fault, Maya. You know that, don't you? I suppose not, but... I guess I'm still a bit shaken up, that's all. Sounds like being the master at Korean is going to be a heavy responsibility. Well, I suppose first thing we should probably do is... talk to Ronnie. Number 13 visitors room. I already told you, it's not me! Sad, pitiful whine that tapers into silence? Sounds like they're interrogating Mr. Delight right now. Man, we don't have enough time as it is. Yeah, well, guess the police are going crazy just like we are. I should have thought he was just a thief, but now they got a murder case on their hands? I guess you're right. The card really looks a bit on edge, too. Come on, we'll just come back later. Okay, let's go check out some other places, Nick. Can we get to the security place? I mean, maybe we can go to the hideout. The 13th, Massive Mask hideout. Oh, Nicky boy, Maya! Miss Delight? All I wanted to do was help my dear Ronnie. Yeah, I guess that ended up hurting his case. Don't say that, Nick. She doesn't need your help beating herself up. Hey, Nicky boy, please. Please help Ronnie. He's not a killer, I swear. Bet Ronnie wouldn't hurt a fly. Alright, I'll poke around and see what I can find out. Really? You serious? Oh, I'm so happy. I knew asking for your help was the right thing to do. I don't know what I can do to help anymore. Oh, yeah, Mr. Life, that's such a vulnerable side. And such a cute side. I mean, look at her. All of her sides are cute. Listen carefully, Nicky boy. My Ronnie would never ever kill anyone. Just not in him. I don't think he would either, Nick. Yeah, but you know, it's got a bit of a temper to him. It's not that hard to imagine him just snapping and screaming, "Please die!" He would never say that. Anyway, Mr. Light, he might not be a killer, but he's still going around saying that he's a thief. I already told you, that's just a fantasy for him. And Mr. Light, I hate to say it, but you're the one living in a fantasy world. What? How dare you say that to me, Nicky boy? You know everything about my Ronnie. You don't have any secrets between us. He's of the thieving type. He's so honest that he wouldn't even sneak a nap. He's so honest that he wouldn't even steal a glance. A thief? The very idea. But I just don't get it. Huh? Get what? I just can't understand how they can be so different, and yet it's such a happy couple. Yeah, they sure are different. Come on now, Nicky boy. It's not that mysterious, is it? It's love at first sight. For me, anyway. What? For you? I hate these kinds of people more than anything. You mean ace detectives? No, not ace detectives. Oh, so then you must mean thieves. No, they're alright too. I just hate thieves that pretend to be ace detectives. There's something I hate more than cowardly men. By the way, why did you go to Detective Admin's office anyway? When I was traveling on, I started to get more and more anxious. I went there to try to find out more about the real criminal. The real criminal? Yeah, obviously the real Mask to Mask is not my Ronnie, right? Yeah? And Detective Abby knew more about Mask to Mask than anyone else. They mentioned him on the Great People Around Town segment on TV. So then, you went there to ask him some questions. That's right, I'll do whatever it takes to save my man. His secretary said, the ace detective isn't in right now, but I first went my past ran into his hideout. I wouldn't exactly call that office if it is a hideout. The bag was sitting right there on top of the table. Oh yeah, we saw that bag there yesterday too. There's nothing lower than someone who would try to pin a crime on someone else. Mr. Light, you know about KB Security? Don't be silly, of course I do. That's where my Ronnie works. Which I think he still works there? Huh. And yet, according to what we heard today... Come on, don't tell me you don't know. Ronnie Light was once an employee of KB Security. He was a professional security guard. Ron quit. He doesn't work there anymore. It looks like Mr. Light doesn't know. KB Security is only about 20 minutes away, by motorcycle, that is. Larry told me it takes 30 minutes by car. No, that's not. I tend to fly pretty fast on my bike. Can't KB Security that fast? You sure you're literally flying? Let me give you a ride sometime. How about now? No, I'll pass, thanks. Why don't you just tell us where it is and we'll go ourselves? The scaredy cat you are, Nick. Like told us the location of KB Security. Okay, it's over there right away, Nick. I have to hear this. I have to hear this gossip. Was it really love at first sight when you first met Mr. Dwight? Well, maybe not first sight, but Ronnie saved my life. Saved your life? I was at work one day when two robbers suddenly rushed in. No, not the kind of just curled up into a little ball in the corner, and so I fought back. Robbers? They took me hostage. I was so frightened. They're both carrying these huge knives, and I broke down into tears. Yeah, I would too if I were in that situation. Oh, I think I get it. Did Mr. Delight come running to save you? Yes, exactly. Remember he looked so handsome in that guard uniform of his? He went right up to those two knife-wielding robbers and screamed in their faces. Dude on the right? Why does he have a plastic bag over his head? Come on, dude. Clearly see your face. Please stop it! He screamed. I could see the robber's faces turn pale. The light streak of his does have a surprisingly strong effect on people. Then, crying and swinging his arms like crazy, he attacked the two robbers. All by himself. Came to save me. Total stranger. All by himself. He was so scared that he was crying and shaking, but he still risked his life for me. Wow. That's a great story. Yeah, look it, but in a tough situation, there's no one better. So I fell in love with him like I did. It's so romantic. Fall in love too, I guess. Yeah, it'll be the same for me if I ever get taken hostage. With Maya, the possibility always seems to loom in the not-so-distant future. What do you mean future? It literally happened! She got kidnapped! And then held for ransom! So, you know, the games try to keep the... Though they try to maintain the continuity, they try not to reference the previous games that much. Which, obviously doesn't make... Maybe doesn't make the most sense given what's been going on in this game, because there's been constant references to the channeling case of Game 2, but... The last case of Game 2, she got kidnapped. Spoilers, I guess. I mean, we played it before this, so... I would hope... If you're watching someone play the third game, you've at least seen the other two. CEO's office. Or the two prior. Number 13. KB Security, CEO's office. So, I guess this is where it all went down, huh? What's the look thick, just like you'd expect in a CEO's office. What's that got to do with anything? Hey, it's you guys! Let's take a gumshoe. A little train ride for you guys, huh? Sure was, pal. The prosecutor made real fools out of us. Yeah, I feel for you. Ah, it's not like you at all. You'd be more like, oh, that was great. You guys got what you deserve, pal. Ho 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 ho. Or something like that effect. Won't really sound like that to you, pal? If the gumshoe fits? Well, anyway. Point is, I can tell when someone puts their heart into their jobs. I can sympathize when things don't go your way. Sometimes I feel like wrong is the only way things go for us detectives. Wow. I had no idea that Victor Gumshoe was such a nice guy. What are you talking about? It's like the nicest man in the world. Sure, he sucks at his job, but he's nothing but kind. Well, it's nothing more than to help everyone. Now, if this little love fest is over, maybe we can start investigating. After, open my water. Detective Gumshoe, tell us what you know about the murder. Well, so this guy, he got killed by another person. That's what happened. That's what murders are. I don't know if you know that. Okay, but the thing is, I'm really not supposed to. Okay, come on. What about how we put our heart into our work? First into our work. Things are really working against us right now, and we need help. Okay, I tell you. Just don't start crying on me, pal, okay? Okay, I won't cry on you, pal. Victim's dead. Oh my god! This Kane Bullet. He was CEO KB Security and a pretty big fella in his own right. His corpse was discovered at 9 this morning. The estimated time of death was 1 in the morning on October 12th. The cause of death was blunt force trauma to the head. Probably an object in his room. Almost exactly the same time the mask was still in the urine, huh? Autopsy report added to the court record. Time of death, 10:12 at 1 a.m. Caused cerebral hemorrhaging from blunt trauma to the head. Dang. You know, it's not a Phoenix Wright case if it's not a murder case, am I right? I think every case Phoenix handles is a murder case. I don't think he's ever covered anything else. So, why did it take almost an entire day to discover the body? I mean, I guess technically this one wasn't technically a murder case, it just became a murder case. Always a murder case, though. Someone always dies. It's a good explanation for that one. Bullet's body was stashed away inside that safe. Safe? Oh, yeah, it's pretty big. Nobody had heard from him, and when they opened the safe this morning, out he came. Oh, so the body fell out. That white string must be the shape of when he fell out. Well, I think we still need some more information about Mr. Billy. Oh my god, I got the hiccups. Maybe you could start by getting the man's name right. So, after the masked mask, he's at the detention center screaming like a madman. Investigate me again! He keeps yelling. No, I don't mean him. He's not the real thief anyway, right? Oh, you mean a detective at me? Oh, that's great. That guy got what he deserved. That's the detective I know and love. Yeah, think about it. He was always around when the Con showed up. But he always mysteriously disappeared when the heist took place. I was hiding at the crime scene. Yeah, right. Well, the lamest thing I ever heard. That's how you just knew he was the thief. Well, that would explain how he was able to retrieve the stolen item he keeps bragging about. Yeah, he just did that to make himself look like a great detective. That's all. But there's this one thing I can't figure out about his first heist. His first heist? Yeah, the Pair of Eminon case? There's a witness on that one. A witness? Yeah, I'd say the newspaper clipping. Since the thief was already under arrest, you guys can keep it. Hey, this guard's here. Haven't I seen him somewhere before? It's pretty small, so it's kind of hard to see, but now she mentions it. Okay, added to the court record. Article on Master Mask's first heist. Oh, that prosecutor! I really don't like that guy. I do. The way he uses our own evidence to do... the way he used our own evidence to do that to Mr. Delight? Yeah, I think he did it away just because he knew it'd hurt more. That's what my gut tells me anyway. So who's that Java-addicted mass maniac anyway? Prosecutor Godot? He's quite the enigma, huh? The thing is, pal, I never heard of the guy before. Just showed up one day at the prosecutor's office. Came out of nowhere. That's right, he said this was his first case as a prosecutor. And it's true. According to the records, anyway. But no way he's an amateur. He's a nice man in court. A maverick. Gave me goosebumps. Goosebumps? You? Yeah, I knew something was off about him, so I asked around. He didn't even talk to me. I was just kind of the other way. What is that, a gumshoe? I had no idea you were so unpopular. No, that's not what I meant. I somehow don't believe that, but also I do. Man, poor Gumshoe. Always getting the short end of the stick, man. I feel bad for him. That Godot guy acts like he knows me and has a grudge against me. I won't lie, I actually don't know what it is. But I get the feeling he's hiding some kind of dark secret. We'll find out, though. It's supposed to be the CEO's desk. It's a lot simpler than I would have thought. Hey, that looks like a super soft chair. Let me try it out, just for a second. Oh, nice. Looks like a CEO. Hey, you, put me up a cup of some really expensive important tea and some scones. Move it. Ah, this is the life. The victim said mentioned just before he was brutally killed, you know. Yeah, that's not shocking. Really? Kind of messing with the laptop, huh? Oh, there's a button here. Let's see. Hey, cut it out, don't press that. Haha, that's pretty funny. I never really Detective Gumshoe could jump like that. What is that button anyway? It's an emergency buzzer. It's the one on the panel. Oops, you're right. It's written right there. Hey, how many times have I told you to read the instructions first? It's the one section in the basement guard room. It used to summon security up here. Really? Possible on the night of the crime? Oh, it's when the CEO was attacked. You think that maybe he pressed the buzzer? Yeah, I thought about that, so I asked around down there. But they said the buzzer never went off that night. Also, we didn't find any fingerprints in the buzzer. Mr. Bullard, the victim wasn't wearing any gloves, by the way, just so you know. I think we better go and talk to that guard about this emergency buzzer. Maybe the basement security guard office, or no fingerprints on it? Ooh, might be a little weird. These look some kind of bookshelves and rolling cabinet hybrid. Can't go in between these two shelves. Don't strain yourself trying. It looks like the shelves are controlled by a special panel. So I guess it's one shelf at a time, huh? Looks like they're filled with bunches of files. Yeah, files full of data about security jobs they were hard to handle. Be good night's reading. You get some insomnia. I was hoping for something a little bit more exciting, like UFOs or something. Yeah, I somehow don't think we'll have anything with that here. Look at this big, thick binder here. You're just heavy listening to me, Nick. Reading the files is having backbreaking work, just a little hard on the eyes. Ah! What did you find out, Nick? File, it's not about any sort of security operations or anything. Each file is all about Master Mask. It's full of info on him. What? What kind of info? Filled with incredibly detailed information about his methods and the crime scenes. Hey, Nick. Here's the last page. The list. Let's see. Pair of Eminon, $100,000. It's all the treasure that Master Mask stole. 100,000 is the value of the stolen item? I don't know. The number sounds kind of low to me. I think I'd better secretly make a copy of that list. Found on the table in the crime scene. This rope. Do you think it fell out of the safe when it was opened? I don't think so. So you mean... Yeah, I think the string shows where and how the corpse was lying. You mean... the victim? He was killed by being crushed by the safe door? She can't be serious, can she? Ew! Think about it, that guy was laying in here all night. Yeah, oh, by the way, don't bother asking about fingerprints. There were none. Well, somebody opened the safe on the night of the crime, right? Yeah, and so... Well, Mr. Bullet's body was hidden in here. It must mean that it was opened by either the killer or the victim, right? Yeah, I guess so. I got some bad news for you, pal. Are you ready? Okay, shoot. Opening this baby is no piece of cake. There are only a few people who know how to open the safe, pal. Yeah? And? Everyone that knows how to open the safe had airtight alibis. Check. Everyone except one, that is. I'm almost afraid to ask. I'm a security chief. Ron the light. What? Ron the light? He was the security chief? Oh, so he knew how to open the safe, huh? Eh, sorry for raining on your parade there, pal. Man. Alright, well, big painting as well. Good picture. Wow, look at that huge frame photo. Tall mountains rising majestically against a dark and cloudy sky. It's the title written on the bottom of the photo. The greatest sunrise of my life. This is it? This was his best sunrise? This guy didn't get out enough, or he had really rotten luck with the weather. Maybe if he lived a little longer, he would have seen some better days. I think it looks nice. Maya's taste in art sucks. I don't know if there's anything I can present dumb shit. I mean, maybe the blackmail? This Blackmail Letter? Yeah, I've been thinking a lot about it too, pal. Getting bored of them blackmailing Rob the Light anyway. Well, it's really used to work at KD Security, right? But what that made him quit? Nick, that's it! That's the same reason he's being blackmailed. Well, I'm in the middle of investigating that right now. Oh, alright. I don't know. Regina, painting, 500,000. Left Hand of Hades, sculpture, 240. Crown of Bongora, artifact, 150,000. Just keeps getting more and more expensive. Alright, I go to the security room. Beautiful. Nice coat. Nice carton of milk. October 13th, KD Security Guard Office. Is that a candle? Wow, this is really something else. Man, this looks kind of like brewed out of oh god. The name is escaping me right now, but it's a series that I want to play all the way through. With Monokuma, what is it called? Oh god, what is it called? It's gonna bother me. It's another visual novel game. Oh my god. Why can I not think of it? I'm I'm literally... I hate this. I can't think of what it is. What is he... What is it? Danganronpa, that's what it is. I don't know why I can think of that. Danganronpa. I want to play Danganronpa. Well, I've only ever actually seen the first one, but everything I know about them is pretty actually cool. Like, it's a really interesting series. Fun concept, cool characters. Overall, a pretty good time. It's really something else. This one reminds me of Ruben Danganronpa. Security guard office, it sure doesn't feel very secure. Maybe security guard. Oh, I just remembered. There he might be. Hey, Nick, what's up? Oh, so he is here. Yo, how's it hanging, dude? You got my sweet little Maya with you, too. Hey, Larry. Yeah, I was working my fingers to the bone. And in walks an angel. I've got no problem with a daytime date. It's all good. No, that's not what we're here for. We're investigating the Bullard murder case. Huh? Oh, yeah. That's right. You're a lawyer, aren't you? He's so hopelessly clueless. Well, if it's about the murder case, well, I got some good info for you. Really? What is it? Well, I don't mind sharing with my sweet little Maya. But Nick here is a different story. But, Larry, I thought you two were old school buddies. I was then and this is now. So, what was this good info you were talking about, Larry? Hey, I'm a guard, a pro. They just give away information for free. You want a bribe? I thought professionals were more, I don't know, honest? Can you talk to him, Maya? Larry, tell us already. What's this good info? Hey, I like that. This kitten has claws. Okay, really want to know? Yes, so tell me. Okay, so the thing is, Underlight was an employee here, and naturally, since I'm a pro, I looked into his background. Follow me. Yes, you're a pro. I follow you. Go on. Well, 1 year ago, Underlight was fired. There was no warning at all. It just happened all of a sudden. I know this is a small company, but I think it was pretty awful. I guess you must have done something bad to have gotten fired like that. Like, maybe skipping out of work, you'll pick up hot chicks or something? No, that's just you. So, what was it like being a part-time security guard? Let me tell you, it's tough. Well, you know me. I get by alright, I guess. I just have to keep my eye on those monitors all the time. Monitors? There's security cameras set in each of the rooms around the building. It's really hard. Sometimes I feel like my eyes are gonna fall out. Oh. And if I see something suspicious, I have to contact one of the teams. What teams? The security team for this company. They're supposedly the best in the business. But I'm no amateur either, so if it's something small, I don't bother calling them. In other words, you basically watch TV screens all day long. You were in this office when the murder took place, weren't you? Why do you say that? This is just a part-time job for me. I can't operate the equipment. And I'm dumb. Even if it's a part-time job and you aren't dumb, you're still in charge of security here. Hey, give me a break! Try to pin the whole thing on me. Not fair, Nick. I don't think you can expect someone like him to take any responsibility. Anyway, the point is you were here that night, right? Oh? Really? Oh no, I knew something smelled bad. It was the butts after all. Well, it's, yeah, let me say. That was it and this is now, okay? So I'm gonna have to break his cyclops after all. Alright, well, let's check out the room. There's a note here that I'm using. Ah, you know what? I was like, this jacket looks familiar. That's why. I think it's written on this poster in fine print. Guard's 5 commandments. This sounds serious. Let's see what it says. Number 1, obey thy superior. Number 2, respect thy superior. Number 3, smile at thy superior. Number 4, salute thy superior. Number 5, bite down for the superior upon command. It's signed Wendy Oldbag, head supervisor. She's one tough old bird, let me tell you. Ross, her and you come face to face with her real genuine ray gun. Yeah, sounds scary alright. Well, fortunately she's on vacation. That's why I'm so relaxed right now. God, I don't want to talk to her. I hate her. Hey, Larry, that's your jacket, isn't it? That's right. Did you know you hung on top of some kind of lever? Yeah, sure. I was told not to ever touch the levers. She scolded and howled at me. Something terrible happened if you do. Got it, Greenhorn? So why hang your jacket on an important lever? Because it got me curious. Jacket's weight pulls the lever down, and that's what they call an accident. Doesn't the suspense just kill you? Don't you want to know what'll happen, huh? It's true, it's killing me too. What about you, Nick? Yeah, but for a different reason. My partner's seat. Your partner? Well, that's what I call her. She's my superior, actually. Kind of a weird old lady. There's tea spilled all over the machine, you know. Oh, don't worry about it. Just the other day, I spilled some chocolate milk on mine. Still works fine, more or less. I don't know how to build them, I guess.
Excuse me? Excuse me? No, no, no.
You mean to tell me these mad lads are... Oh, God.
The screens there show what's going on all over the building, everywhere. It's my job to keep a steady eye on them, all of them.
I wouldn't sound so smug if I were you. Can you watch regular TV on these too? Anyone would sit here and watch TV instead of working? It's Larry.
Hey, Maya, I'm a pro, okay? Besides, you can't get regular TV on it.
And how do you know that, Larry?
Because that was my first bit of investigation, if you know what I mean. I know what you're thinking, it was a professional investigation, alright?
I don't know why Larry would lie to me, though.
That's my workstation. Pretty cool, huh? He was studying on the monitors and used that mic for communicating.
All this equipment, it must be hard to operate.
Yeah, Biggie. I think there's an instruction manual somewhere in this room.
Somewhere? Instruction manual?
What are you gonna do in an emergency? Well, I got that started by calmly looking for the instruction manual. During that time, my partner, the old lady, would calmly look for her reading glasses. What a security professionals call teamwork.
Even Maya and pros can run this place better. Hey, what's that supposed to mean? Well, that... Oh, what? Wow, take a look at these things here. Hey, Larry, what are they?
Huh?
Did you say, hmm?
Hey man, it's not like I have to know what they are to do my job. I thought they were some kind of decoration or something.
Oh boy. How did this guy ever get a job here anyway? Honestly though, how did he become a security guard?
Alright, well we do know that he was here last night. I don't think there's anything further we need to, like, ground.
Because, well, he was here. He got Ron's wallet. On the night of the crime, you were working hard like you were supposed to.
What? Huh? Of course I was. Why wouldn't I have been?
But didn't you sneak out of work just yesterday because you missed the light?
But that was... And this is...
Is there a chance that you snuck out of work last night, too?
Never! I didn't sneak out. Tell you what, I'll even bet you $1.
$1? Wow. Now that's confidence.
With that drenched in the rain puppy look on your face. Do you have evidence that I left my position, or are you just pulling my chains?
Evidence that Larry was not manning a station when the murder happened is Ron's wallet. Because he found it. This wallet. You know about this, right?
I've never seen it before.
Liar, you hand-delivered this wallet to Mr. Light just yesterday.
Give me a break. Can't expect me to remember every little thing that happens.
Well, I do expect you to remember something that happened just yesterday. What time was when you found this wallet?
I guess it was around 1 in the morning on the first floor of our company building. 1 o'clock in the morning?
That's right. In other words, Larry, the time of the murder, you were away from the security guard office.
Yeah, but there's something you didn't think about.
What's that?
My shift that day didn't start until 10 p.m. The murder might have snuck in before then.
What do you mean by that?
If the murder had snuck in before 10 p.m., it wasn't my fault. It was the fault of the guy whose shift was before mine.
I don't have a feeling that he still doesn't get the seriousness of this. Listen up, Larry. We know beyond a shadow of a doubt that the killer snuck into the CEO's office after 10 p.m. during your shift. Because it happened at 1. Probably... Or no, the key card, probably. Right? Because we don't have the record of it, but we do have the key card, and it was used at 1 a.m. Larry, use this key card to leave a record.
Yeah, it does. But I can't show the record to just anyone, you know.
The key card data was already made public to the trial today.
What? I didn't know that. Any kind of request for info like that is supposed to go through me.
Boy, does that sound a bit arrogant coming from a part-time guard. Anyway, according to the data, the door to the CEO's office was open with this card. Furthermore, this must definitely use at 1 a.m., the time of the murder. No way! Yes, someone used this to get into the CEO's office. That happened at 1 a.m. on the night of the crime. Right in the middle of your shift. Ooh. Larry, you can't duck your responsibility this time. Yeah! No! I have to be a responsible adult! No! I knew it. It's all my fault. It's my fault that the boss was killed. My fault. Larry? There's nothing I can do. I have important issues to deal with too, man. What happened that night anyway? My Donna happened. Huh? Your Donna? I got a bad feeling about this. Yeah, my Donna called and said I had to talk with you right away. So I went to see her and you said it right there next to her. Who was? Her new boyfriend. It was like some horrible joke. Before I knew what was going on, the guy socked me right in the kisser. Normally I'm the one that does the punching, isn't that right, Maya? Yeah. So is that why you left the security guard office? I'm sorry. It's all my fault. How can I ever make it up for you? Oh my god. How can I ever make up for it, Nick? What can I do? He's curled up on the floor crying like a baby. Oh boy. Nick! Is there anything I can do? Anything? Just name it. I'll do whatever I have to make it up to you. I swear I will. Larry? Hey Nick, somebody's offering? Why don't you show the evidence we've got? She's right. Maybe we get at least one bit of useful information from him. Nick! Nick! The book. I think you know how much I want to help you guys, but I really don't know what to say about that. What is it, Nick? It's just that he seems so, I don't know, pleasant? Office pleasant. The buzzer in the CEO's office is directly connected to this room, right? That's right. Just like my heart is connected to yours, Maya. Huh? Go ahead, Maya. Press the buzzer in your heart. I promise I'll come running to your rescue. With the professional guard I am. Wow, that was pretty good. Thanks. I tried. Do you think you could tell us about the buzzer now? Yeah, please tell us. Okay, I guess so. Prepare to be wowed. Okay. God, my throat is killing me. I don't know if it's Larry or if it was at me or someone else, but jeez. I accidentally pressed the buzzer earlier. Yeah, I heard it. So that was you, huh? You're a security guard, aren't you? Well, you're a security guard, aren't you? Why don't you come to the CEO's office? Well, this is the third floor of the basement. The CEO's office is on the first floor. I thought it wouldn't be a good idea to, adopt a wait-and-see approach. Plus, there's a police detective here, right? I just didn't think it was necessary. As if he's trying to win an award for the laziest person on the planet. Let's get back to talking about the night of the murder, okay? Is it true that the buzzer didn't go off that night? There must be a record, right? You must have had to look at it, right? Of course I did, and I couldn't possibly have made a mistake either. You think you could take just one more look for me? Pretty please? Oh, okay. I just can't say no to you, Maya. I mean, Maya do be kind of cute, though. What do you think, Nick? He's probably right. I don't think even Larry could make a mistake like that. What? What is it? What's wrong? I made a mistake. Huh? But how? It can't be. It's impossible. Okay, enough already. What about the records? That night, it went off just once. In the morning, at around 1 a.m. 1 a.m.? That's when the murder happened. The murder happened. Really? Are you serious? It's terrible. It can't be. The record added to the court record. Once at 1:02 a.m. on October 12th in the CEO's office. Okay. Okay. Cool. I think that's probably everything. Yeah, because this doesn't have anything to... Oh, it probably doesn't have anything to do with him, and I don't know what even know about the autopsy. Oh my god! The hiccups are back! No! Hi, Gumshoe. You got a mask hideout? God, she's so cute. Okay, another detention center. Really main exhibit? Aha! 13th, but the main exhibit. The treasure of Korean exhibit is all ruined now. Maya? Sorry, it's just so sad. There's a big chance for everyone to learn about spirit channeling. Maybe I can cheer up somehow. Well, now that we've got the sacred urn back, maybe they can reopen it? Really? Sure, maybe we can label it the Urn of Mask's Desires. That'd probably attract a lot of attention. Whoa! Whoa, whoa! That's brilliant, Nick! You can clean up and be filthy rich. Woohoo! Wow, that was surprisingly easy. What about the basement? Something new here? Number 13th, Northeast Taylor Basement Warehouse. Oh, it's you, Mr. Wright. Miss Andrews. What hanging around down here for? God, she's so cute. Oh, God. Look at her. I love all of her. I love all of these women. They're all great. Except for Lana and Oldback. They kind of suck. You know what it is? She reminds me of Samus. That's what it is. Like, heavily. I think I mentioned it when I first saw her in the last game, but she heavily reminds me of Samus. And Samus is great. So, how's it going? What about the sacred urn? The urn? Oh, that? It's been taken care of already. What do you mean, oh, that? Taken care of? You mean it's been found? Yeah. It was brought in during the trial today. Wow, really? You really are the greatest, Mr. Wright. Mr. Wright had nothing to do with it. It was Mask's wife that found it. Well, anyway, I'm so relieved. Oh, she's so cute! I think she's probably the... like her or Francisca, man. I can't decide. It's just so nice looking. I just heard all about it on the news. But the detective was actually the thief all along? I mean, it looks that way right now. I mean, it's my fault. I'm the one who ended up hiring the Mask to guard the treasures. Well, don't blame yourself. You're just doing your job. Hey, Nick, she wants to apologize. You should let her. So, when was it you hired Detective Atme again? About 20 days ago. And when was it that Mask calling card arrived? It was about 10 days ago. So we sent a calling card to a very place he was hired to guard? I guess that's it then. Detective Atme must have really wanted the sacred urn after all. I guess so. What? So Mr. Mask murdered someone as well? Well, that's how things look right now. Yes, but I thought you're saying they earned that at the time. Well, talking about a criminal mastermind, so anything is possible. Nick, let's get into business already. To defeat the Huns? On the night of the theft, you notice anything suspicious about Detective Atme? No, I couldn't have. After all, he was hidden the entire time. I never even caught a glimpse of him. He thinks that he's... or that... I think that's why he always operates. That's just what he says so he can have an alibi when he commits to thefts himself. And yeah, he was caught in the crime scene photo dressed up as Mask pretty well. I thought you got your sacred urn back. Yes, but there's something that bothers me about it. What is it? I'm not exactly sure. But somehow the urn that came back seems... different. Really? You wouldn't know about anything about that, wouldn't you, Miss Andrews? No, I don't know anything, but why would I? Why would I? Oh, Cyclops. You put it back together, didn't you? What do you think this means, Nick? It means the person that holds the secret of the mystery of the sacred urn. Their very own Miss Andrews. Oh, she's so cute. Ah! But I don't even know where to begin with that, so... I'll come back to that. Can we talk to... Did we talk to our boy yet? No. Maybe... Not the mask side out, my bad. Maybe the Abbey? Well, this place is literally crawling with cops. What did you expect? Well, they know he was actually mask to mask. It's incredibly embarrassing for them, don't you think? Yeah, I guess they're trying to make up for it by tearing the place apart. Hey, I just noticed. I'm sure he's nowhere to be seen. Well, he is a homicide detective. He's probably working on the murder case. Wasn't he in charge of the mask to mask investigation all the way up to yesterday? Well, the murder case is a lot more exciting, isn't it? He says something like, "There's nothing like a good old murder case, pal." What's the quality of the impression? I'm not sure Gumshoe has bloodlust. Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, doesn't look like anything different. Yeah. Okay. Is there something I missed? No. I don't think there's anything I'd be able to pick up from her. Anything change out here? Doesn't really look like it. It's all the same. Organi! Of course, personal only. It's the camera the computer Detective Abney set up, huh? And that's what he said. Yet, he still let us take a picture of him. I guess he's not as smart as he pretends to be. Never belonged to Lord B. Taylor, so he knew he couldn't tamper with it. But why would Abney, mask to mask, want it to happen? Good question. Good looking wooden box. It's the box that I had to take at earning. Don't touch it. There may be clues to thief's identity on it. They worked so hard to make that box. Huh? You made that Portuguese fur box, Maya? What's that supposed to mean? I'm so proud of it. Poor Maya. It'd be better if the mask to mask and fitting the box, too. It doesn't look like there's anything new here. Can I seriously not talk to, Ronnie right now? Yeah, I can't. Oh. Yeah. So what do we do now? Is that obvious? We have to investigate the murder? Which means to find out exactly where Cable Security is located? That's Miss the Light, she should know. Stuff about motorcycles? Motorcycle? You're not thinking to get him, are you? Not the same little Maya who used to be happy with her dinky little bike, Nicky boy. Speaking of asking around, I've got a few questions for my own for Mr. Delight. Okay, well, let's make sure to go to the detention center too. So, there's something that I haven't talked to, her about. I don't even know what it is, though. I wonder, actually... So much still here? He is... Maybe get some more info on... I guess Kane. What happened with the safe? That's a gumshoe. Tell us more about Mr. Ching Blueboard. Billboard? I don't know. It's Kane Bullard, not Shane Blueboard, pal. Oh, yeah. The victim in this case just doesn't make much of an impression on me. Well, you murdered the victim up until Mr. Bullard was found dead. Yeah, and his body wasn't discovered until this morning. Anyway, we don't have enough information yet. Can you help us out? Sorry, I'm actually a little confused myself. For some reason, I'm just blabbing like an idiot right now. Okay, Nick, now's your chance to get more info about the victim, so hurry up and ask. Oops. Okay. Can you tell us some more about Mr. Bullard? He was the CEO of KB Security, right? What kind of company is it anyway? Well, the company basically sent security teams out to buildings to guard them. Mr. Bullard must have had the chance to learn a lot of secrets doing this kind of work. Oh, and I don't know how to put this, but the guy was kind of a money grubber. Really? Me too, I just love money. Can't ever get enough. Will you stop leaning in towards me like that? You aren't getting to my wallet. Anyway, it looks like he did some pretty shifty stuff to earn his millions. Oh, so that's my problem? I need to be shiftier? Let me go already. Apparently he was involved in selling trade secrets between rival companies. Oh, that's pretty dirty and underhanded. Yeah. Oh, KB Security used to head security operations against mass theft. What? Really? Yeah, and after screwing up so many times, the company's reputation really took a nosedive. So it really was Bullard who sent Ron the blackmail letter, huh? There we go. I hope that's everything. I get to... Oop, whoops. 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 Oopsies. Where do I get to the... Oh. Are we good now? Now we're good. Alright. Ah, Mr. Light! Mr. Delight? Did you finish your interrogation? Yes, but please don't leave me alone anymore! Mr. Delight lied to us before, didn't you? Well, you see... On the same night the sacred urn was stolen from Floaty Taylor department store, a blackmail letter you got summoned you to KB Security to hand over some money. And then, that's where the CEO, Kane Bullard, was murdered. But, there's only one Ron Delight, am I right? The question is, where were you that night? This time I want to hear the whole truth. Your life depends on it. Okay. Mr. Delight, do you still insist that you are mask to mask? Is that what I've been saying since yesterday? That was a quick response. Tell me about it. To be honest, it's starting to get irritating. But listen, Mr. Delight. At the trial today, we learned the true identity of the thief, didn't we? Take a good look, everyone. I'm able to find a rival worthy of my genius. I was forced to create one by myself. Here I am, the tragic clown. I guess it's true. I wasn't the one who stole that urn. Of course not. Probably by KB Security at the time. When the person dressed up as mask to mask in this photo, nobody thought about me. So that night, you didn't go to Lily Taylor, you went to KB Security, right? Yeah, I went to KB Security at the time of the blackmail note. Should I should. Alright, what happened next? Well, I used to work there, so I knew where the CEO's office was. I knocked, but there was no answer. When I used the keycard to unlock the door. That's probably when he dropped his wallet. And I went into the CEO's office. Someone was in there. Someone? Then suddenly bashed me over the head. Bam. Was it King Bullard that hit you? I don't know. The person ran away while I was still stunned. When I came to my senses, the sight I saw left me speechless. The dead body of the CEO was right there in front of me. I thought I'd die myself. Anyway, I thought I should do something with the body. So that's why you put it in the safe? Yes, that's right. Ooh. I used to be the chief of one of the security team, so I knew how to open it. Okay, and what did you do after that? Well, I got out of there, for starters. I was one who set up the security cameras in that building. But I know how to avoid being spotted by them. Yeah? All of a sudden, Mr. Delight kind of sounds like the murderer to me. Please don't say that. Mr. Delight, is it true that 1 year ago, you were forced to quit KB Security? How did you... I'm begging you, please don't tell that, Desi, please!
Don't worry, we haven't told anyone yet. Hey, thank goodness. No, I suppose I'll have to tell her sometime. She'll find out eventually. Why have you been hiding it from her anyway? I see, would despise me if she ever thought I was living a life of crime. Criminal thief. She'd never forgive me. My marriage would be over. Not like that. Why did you become a thief in the first place? Because he spends money like it's water. There's no job in the world that could bring in enough money. Except being a thief, at least that's what I thought anyway. He became Master for Desi Raven? Huh. Interesting, interesting. Okay. What do you know about this first heist? Let's see. This is an article about my debut heist. Let's keep claiming you're Master Mask. Well, that was a tough one. Right, and you went there hot in my tail. But Master Mask, he's gotten away, right? There's an article that he disappeared. That's right, I got a sudden burst of inspiration. I hid my Master Mask costume in a nearby plastic bucket. And I quickly changed into my security guard uniform. Pretty clever, huh? Wow, awesome! Hey, hold the phone. The guard in this photo? Is that you, Mr. Delight? That's right. It's trick I produced this myself. It's easy to figure out, and even pros can see through that in a heartbeat. Updating the court record. As you might expect, Detective Abney found the disguise. He truly deserves the title of Ace Detective. Detective Abney found the Master Mask disguise? That's interesting. Yeah, and I heard that he brought it home with him. But that's it. That's when Abney got his hands on this? Thanks to that, I got a chance to remake my costume. Must have been really time-consuming, huh? Yes, it took quite a while to complete. Anyway, a few days after that, I received the first of the blackmail letters. The blackmail letters? You got them starting when? Tell me more, now. Hey, calm down. Don't get so worked up. Tell me. This blackmail letter? Is this the first one you got? No, of course not. But this is the first one that ever called me out to a specific location. So, did you start receiving blackmail letters after this incident? Yes, just a few days after the Fear of Eminon heist. That first letter, it said, I know you did it. So, someone found out about your true identity? Just like that? It's not easy being a master thief, you know. I've got proof that I was you, so give up, he went on to say. So, in the end, I had to give up the treasure I went through all the trouble to steal. Was that right? Hey, hang on a sec. What do you mean you had to give it up? Oh, don't worry. I put the jewel in the safe deposit box. The letter specified. Someone sent me $10,000. No one said anything about me being worried. After that, I started getting the plans in the mail. The plans? I'm sorry. Can you tell me more about this? Or are you just not going to say anything? Unless the plans were... Question was something. He received 10,000. The book says 100. Okay. I just wanted to see if they were giving it to... Or writing down the money that they gave to him. Is there seriously? Oh. What are these again? Okay. What are these plans you're talking about? They were instructions on how to steal the crown or painting or some other rare treasure. They showed security blind spots, escape routes, and even suggested training methods. So you mean that the one who planned the heist wasn't you? No, it wasn't. I only planned the very first one. After that, I received plans from some very kind person. Quite detailed plans. It was like Mr. Delight is thankful to the person that was blackmailing him. So Ron Delight was Master Mask after all? But someone else was behind the thefts. So, someone who planned them all out in detail. All I had to do was deposit the treasure I stole into the safe deposit box. And I just waited for the cash to come in the mail. You try not to look so gleeful about it? You went after the sacred urn because of one of those plans, too. Well, see, the truth is I've never seen the urn. I could just follow the instructions and steal what I was told to steal. Mr. Delight.
everything you just told me the truth. Yes, but please don't tell Tessie, okay? Well, since I entered the court. From Maximus' second heist on, he was stealing as directed by Blackmail Letters. Ron, before we go, there's one more thing I want to ask you. Yes, but please don't hurt me. Mr. Kane Bowler, you swear that wasn't you who killed him? Yes, of course. I could never. I'm not lying. I would have his body in the safe. And I was afraid they'd discover what I did, so I turned myself in yesterday. Why? Well, if the judge had ruled that I was guilty of robbery, I'd have an alibi, right? I guess so. You're really clever, Mr. Delight. Except no trust like a Mr. Delight has his word. Mystic Maya. Hey, Pearly! I'm back! Hey, Pearls? So, what have you been up to this whole time? The secret urn, Mr. Nick. I took it back to Korean Village to have it examined. And? What did you find out? Well, there's no need to worry. They said it's the real urn. Phew. That's a relief. I was really worried. But there's one small problem. Problem? Two little pink splotches. They said that it's paint, that they were put on the urn recently. Why are we talking about the pink splotches again? What's the big deal? What's the big deal? We gotta find out how they got there. That's the big deal. Yeah, Mr. Nick, we gotta find out how they got there. Okay. We'll find out how they got there. Please don't forget about me. And then at me's office. Go to pink splotches. That's the genuine article. I would never forget about you. But also, I'm going to forget about you. Goodbye. We should probably go take a look at the warehouse, right? There's a bunch of paint everywhere. So it might give us some details as to what was going on with that. Where's our basement warehouse? Oh, Pearl, how nice to see you. Hello there. I haven't seen you around lately. What have you been up to? Well, actually, I was having this urn examined. Oh, I see. Maybe if we take another good look at this urn, we can figure out the mystery of what actually happened to him. Yeah, let's look around one more time. Alright, let's look around then. First thing I want to look at. Looks to me like it's been dry for several days. I'm suspicious about that paint line. Well, that part of it's shaped like oddly like a... They're shaped oddly and it's shocking pink. It's the same color as the paint splotches on the urn. So then the question is... what's the cause of the odd shape? Let's look around carefully, Mr. Nick. What about the box? This box, there's something about it that's bothering me. The box the Sacred Urn was in. It looks like there's something... there's something paint on it, too. It's definitely the same color as the stuff on the urn. I think I know how the paint got on it now. Alright, let's investigate again, Nick. The box out of the court record. The wooden box with a Sacred Urn on it. It has pink paint stains on it. Is there like paint lying around somewhere? I think there's much paint everywhere, but... alright. I have a feeling that's about all we're gonna find. Everything else just looks like it's the same old stuff. I don't see anything else that would give us any new clues to what went down with the box. And you had something about the urn. So I'm assuming you put it back together. Or you know about the mistake. The Sacred Urn. Miss Andrews, you know anything about the Sacred Urn? Do I know anything? I'm in charge of the entire treasure exhibit. The urn was submitted before the court today. It's obviously not the same urn as before. Well, that's true. Maybe it isn't the same. It could be a fake. A fake? You're the one who said it wasn't the same, but that's the most obvious explanation. Do you have any evidence that the urn was submitted at the trial was genuine? Yeah, Korean Village just said it is. Sorry to break it to you. The urn is a genuine article. Girls went back to Crane Village and had it examined. Is that right? That's nice, but I don't see how. When she discovered What she discovered was the urn had been broken. Again. Say, again? Yes, it was broken once a year ago. Now it looks like the same thing has happened. Quite recently, too. Recently? Are you saying that this urn was broken recently? Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. You think it was broken recently? How do you know? Well... Because your poster? Yeah, the poster shows the old version. Not the... Whoops. I think I have enough evidence yet. Investigating it. Oh, no! No, I didn't mean to. No! 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 Dang it! I pushed the wrong button. Ah! Alright. It's a fake. No, it wasn't. Korean Village says this is the real deal. What you got like recently? Your poster. There we go. This poster. It was made recently, right? Poster. The poster for the exhibit. At the time when this photo was taken, the urn said "I am" on it. But now, for some mysterious reason, it says "Ami." When the urn was fixed, the letters were oh man, were transposed. I am. What does that even mean? I don't know anything about that. It wasn't even there when the photo was... this poster was taken. That was no mistake. Now, tell the truth. But wait. Or? Even if the urn was broken, I had nothing to do with it. Huh? Yeah, that's it. It must have been one of the people in the photo shoot. They probably chopped it. I'm sure that's what happened. He's not gonna give up my last cycle, actually. Did he prove the urn was broken here at Lordly Taylor? I do. Or, well... maybe? I don't actually know. I feel like I might be missing something. Can I reinvestigate? I can, okay. That's been dry for several days. With the paint marks on fire. Yeah, it's bad shape. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is it. Ah, that's the box the urn was in. Look here, there's a little bit of paint on the box as well. Ah, you're right. Look, it matches. There we go. What is it missing here? It's all turning out exactly as I thought it would. There we go. Paint marks. Okay. Something clear. We're that much closer to solving this mystery of what happened to the urn. Alright. Hi. I know, I keep coming in and out. I believe we should start at the second one. Or will they both come back up? Oh, they will both come back up. Dang it. I thought I was missing something. A fake? No. This is the real deal, bro. It's the real one. It's the real one. It was broken recently. How do I know this? Because your stupid photographer managed to get it before it got fixed. Ah. Alright. Do you have any proof that there was broken hair at Lordly Taylor? Well, Miss Andrews? What is this supposed to mean? There's a pink panel over this urn. And there's pink panel over the floor and the walls of this basement warehouse. In other words, this urn was broken here. You can't lose sight of this one, Miss Andrews. But... uh-oh. He's trying to make her escape. But you can get pink pan anywhere. Well, there's none in my office, that's for sure. Well, there is in my room. Liar. Anyway, the pan in the urn and pan on the floor. It's not proof that it's the same paint. Come on, that's something ridiculous. Putting the paint in the urn and the paint on the floor is the box! This box. The urn was stored in this, right? Yes, that's right. Well, there's pink paint on this box as well. Ah. I think I know where I'm going with this, don't you? Yes, more or less. The paint on the floor has an odd shape imprinted in it, doesn't it? Yes. With this box of the impression in the paint, you can see it fits perfectly. Which means that this box was dropped right over there. And that is when the urn was broken. It does you justice, Mr. Wright. Why, thank you, you cutie. Sacred urn. I'm so sorry. That was the one that broke the urn. Boy, does this make me feel like some sort of evil school teacher. I'm a terrible person. Not only did I break it, but I tried to hide what I did. Well, that's not so hard to understand, is it, Pearly? No, not at all. I know just how she feels. Of course you do. You broke the versa. Only about 2 weeks ago, after the poster photo was taken on the same day the urn arrived here. I thought I'd put it away down here for safekeeping. I was carrying it in the box. Oh my god, it's so cute! And I tripped on a paint can and lost my balance. The box I was carrying crashed to the ground. A terrible noise, and I thought my heart was going to stop. And the worst, I opened the lid of the box, and that's when it happened. The broken pieces of the urn fell out of the box and landed right in the paint. I was in shock. God, she's so cute. I heard a huge scream. I can totally see how that could have happened. Yeah, as clumsy as she is, I'm sure Maya understands. Well, I knew it was the most important treasure in all the Korean village. I tried as hard as I could to fix it. Especially the shards were pretty big. That's when the I am got changed to Ami. I didn't know how it was originally written, but any sane person fixing it would have assumed it said Ami. Any sane person? Really? Oh, girls. She said she wasn't very good at spelling. Anyway, I took her into the storeroom and I haven't seen it since then. Broken and repaired by Adrian 2 weeks ago. It was replaced in its box. Kept out of sight. Figured to earn updated in the court record. But something I don't get. When we first came here, I didn't see any paint stains. Well, that's because it was so ugly and embarrassing. I used the golden statue to cover it. The Omniface statue? Aha! The first time I came down here, someone night that the sacred urn was stolen. Hey, Mr. Nick, there weren't no paint marks on the walls or floor of the warehouse when we were here. Well, there's a good reason for that. On the day of the crime, around noon, that golden statue just happened to arrive from the mountain training hall. And I realized the statue would be the perfect size for covering up the paint stains. That's why I put it where you first saw it. I see. That makes perfect sense. But there's still one thing I find strange. What is it, Pearl? After the urn was stolen, we came here again. And that time, the statue had been moved and the paint was very visible. She's right about that. Well, Miss Andrews? Huh, but I don't know anything about that. I was there to cover the paint, so why would I move it again? Well then, who was it? Who would have done it and why? The day before the theft, the statue was definitely closer to the door. Then the next day it was moved, but why? In case golden statue updated the court record. Moved again. Moved to cover the paint stains, but what was the other part? It looks like some connection between the sacred urn and the murder case. Why? Why do you think so, Nick? Because that night, the real thief Ron the Light was at KB Security. And why did another master mask show up here? A lot of different things are pointing to one undeniable fact. One undeniable fact? The murder trial is starting tomorrow, but it looks like that thief is going to be making another appearance. Ooh. We're in another weird spot, right? We're like, we could keep going. We definitely, I mean, we could keep going. I think we could probably get through the trial, without any real issues. But we would definitely have, we would definitely go over it slightly, but I don't know. I think we could probably get through it, but I don't know. My throat is killing me. It hurts so much from all of this. So I think I'm actually going to call it here. We'll pick it up again tomorrow. Keep pushing through the old trials here. Go ahead and resave the game to make sure it is saved. And there we go. It's really getting close. I have some ideas here. I think I know what happened. I clocked something earlier. I didn't say anything about it because it wasn't relevant to Trial 1, but it definitely is relevant to Trial 2. So I know one thing that happened. However, I still don't know what's going on with Mask to Mask. Right? Obviously, I mean, we obviously know as the player that the person that killed Bullard was really at me. Just based on the silhouette. But I guess it didn't have to be. Just the silhouette they showed was definitely at me silhouette. But I don't know. We'll find out. We'll find out. It'll all come to fruition tomorrow. It'll become clear. So yeah, that's all I got today. Because my throat is literally killing me, and I can't handle it. Currently. Like, I've literally, like, almost gone through my entire water bottle and other drinks, and my throat is just not having it right now. So, I want to go ahead and get out of here. If you don't know, there's VODs channel. There's a link below, a couple of links below, actually, to it, as well as a command for it. Nightbot should always be able to handle that one at all times. Exclamation point VODs, in case you didn't know. All the playthroughs go there. It's a good time. No. If what I'm gonna do about the thumbnails here, I kind of like made a somewhat custom thumbnail for Ace 3, and I'm kind of considering just making like all of them somewhat custom, but I don't know. It's like a very simple job is what it was. I just slapped Godot and Phoenix right in the courtroom and then threw the logo over top, but even though we literally didn't even see him that entire trial. I don't know. I might do something like that. I might not. It's like a weird, I don't know. I have like a weird kind of thought process or philosophy about it. Like, it's supposed to be consistent. Because it's like a whole series of the game, so it should have a somewhat consistent thumbnail scheme, if that makes sense. In my eyes. That way you can clearly tell what it is at a glance, but maybe that's the silly thing to do. Regardless, we'll definitely be finishing the trial tomorrow, and then moving into the next case. Case 2. Will hopefully be a fun one. So until then, we're on the normal time. We'll start it up, get it going, have a great time. It'll be our last like mainstream of the week. I might be able to get around to actually doing some Strive or something the weekend. We'll see. But until then, we can meet Godot some more coffee out of him. Maybe learn about Godot blends numbers 1 through 101.